The driver, Justin Hall. Number 2, CS Nifty Girl, Luke Ebersole. Number 3, Ready for Sunshine, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 4, Help or Hinder with Doug Rideout. And number 5, Eyes Attraction, Kevin Detweiler in the sulky. Horse will take.
And kind of wrapping up your thoughts there, Doug. I believe you're correct. And you can stake or nominate as early as yearlings, I think,
yes,
into the partial.
That's the way it has to be. I'm pretty sure. And I think now a lot of the Regal money is going in to be added to that purse to get the purse. And I think you're probably going to see it get bigger and bigger.
Yep, I can agree. I think last year our partials went for just under, total just went under, was about $99,000. This year I believe it's about $115,000.
Okay.
Yep. So it's already an increase, and I think we're just going to see more money kind of pumped into it to get the stake even bigger. Looking at a smaller field of 5 for race 2. It's going to be the first division of 2-year-old trotters on the rail. Actually, why don't I let you introduce the rail horse so I can introduce the next horse?
I knew you were gonna say that. One is Judge Let, Justin Hall. Trains and drives for Golden Gate USO of Columbus. 2-year-old bay go to the son of Creatine, a $6,000 yearling purchase. 7 starts this year, 2 wins, 4 seconds, $13,000. A winner here last week at Greenville on Friday evening, 206-1. The one, Judge Let.
The 2-horse now driven by Luke Ebersole, trained by Kim Daly. This is CS Niffy Girl. This is just one of 2 fillies that are in this field, and she is by Long Tom. Coming off of a win from Greenville here last week. It was a tough mile for her. Won by a neck in 206-4 and 8 lifetime starts. She's hit the board a handful of times, $7,600 made.
Actually, the 3, Ready for Sunshine. Ronnie Gillespie trains and dives for Madison Global of Dundee. 2-year-old brown goat son of Ready for Money. This a $38,000 purchase. 5 starts this year, has 2 wins, 1 second, $13,000. A winner at Chillicothe, 205-1.
Doug Rideout trains and drives the 4, Help or Hinder. This is a gelding by Help is on the Way. So this is when we're talking about bringing a lot of Indiana breds over here. 6 lifetime starts, has hit the board with a single second place finish, and that came sometime back at Hoosier Park. Went the mile in 1:56.9. Last 3 starts, you having some bad luck. Both or all have been over in Indiana, has made breaks and had broken equipment issues as of late.
Number 5, Eyes Attraction. Kevin Detweiler for Leander Sports, a 2-year-old babe filly by Help is on the Way. This is a Hoosier bred, an $8,000 purchase at the Hoosier Classic last fall. 13 starts this year, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 2/3, $9,165. Took a mark at Frankfort, Indiana, of 207-4. In racing mainly the Indiana Fairs, coming off a 6th place finish at Indianapolis, going for $25,000 in an Indiana Fair championship there, trotting the mile on 201-4. That's over the mile track at Indianapolis. We look across the way, field of 5, making their way to the gate. Mike Wepkenberg is our starter. The wings of the gate will open shortly. Judge Let, CSF Niffy Girl, Ready for Sunshine, Help or Hinder, and Eyes Attraction are making their way to the gate for the 2-year-old trot, first division. $15,830. We look around, Ashley. Nice crowd tonight. A nice, cool evening. Better than Friday and Saturday night sitting down here. Much better.
Was it?
That sun was brutal. Last night at Hicksville, Matt, we were bundled up like a football night.
It was. It really felt like fall.
So we're going to pass it over to Roger. I think this one could possibly be anyone's to take, especially these horses coming over from Indiana. I have a really hard time, if they're going in 58 at Hoosier on that 7/8, really what is that going to, come over onto this track and be? Looks like they like the 3, though, Ready for Sunshine. This is obviously the home track for Ronnie G. So here is Roger, the call of the 2nd. These are 2-year-old trotters.
They're off and trotting. Ready for Sunshine goes for the lead. Judge Let gets away 2nd. Helper Hinder on the outside third. Racing fourth as they race into the turn. That is CS Nifty Girl, and trailing the field, Eyes Attraction. Down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. They're in straight alignment, going to the quarter. Led by Ronnie Gillespie, Ready for Sunshine. Judge Ladd and Justin Hall right there second. Racing third by the quarter, Helper Hinder. Opening quarter in 30 2/5 into the turn, racing fourth as they race over to the 3/8 mark. On top of the field and showing the way as they race into the lane first time. Ready for Sunshine. Right there second, Judge Lett. On the move on the outside, Helper Hinder. Now third, moving up for Doug Rideout. Out to follow the cover, CS Nifty Girl. Trailing the field, Eyes Attraction. 3 in, 2 out. Going to the 5/8 mark. The half, 102, 1/5. On to the backside they go. Ready for Sunshine has the lead by a length and a half. Up on the outside second, it's Helper Hinder. Inside, Judge Lett third. Racing fourth into the turn, CS Nifty Girl. Off stride. Trailing the field, Eyes Attraction at the 3/4 mark. They reach the 3 quarters in 1:32 and 1. Midway around the final turn. Ready for Sunshine opens up by 5. Making a break, Helper Hinder. Racing second is Judge Lett. Less than an 8 to go in Ohio. On top, Ready for Sunshine and Ronnie Gillespie drawn away as they please by 6 lengths. Home second, Judge Lett. The battle's on for third. The mile, 2:02, 2/5.
Saturday morning, I jogged 3 horses for Dalton Walls and Ronnie Gillespie, and 2 of them have won, and 1 is yet to race.
Oh, look at that.
You sound like Roger.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm trying to break his record. I think he said 5 of his one weekend at Delaware.
So that was one you sat behind?
Yeah.
You didn't give us any insight on that? Come on,
No,
Matt. You're
I
sitting
mean-
over there.
That's why.
Wait, 4 to 5, right?
It's 4 to 5.
Yeah. I didn't want to go to 3 to 5. Let everybody know.
I do think it was very tight for show there, but I do think it was a 4 over the 2. So unofficial, we're going to go 3-1-4-2 across the wire. 2:02 and 2. Ronnie Gillespie and Ready for Sunshine. That's a Ready for Money gelding. Now 6 lifetime starts, has won half of those. Should lower, yeah, it will. It will lower his lifetime mark as well.
Trotted in 58 at Scioto Downs, and Buckeye Stallion Series action back on the 24th of July.
Part of the Greenville Mafia out here. Dalton Walls, Josh Smith.
Ready for Sunshine, the 2-year-old brown-coated son of Ready for Money.
Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial, 2-year-old colt and gelding trot, first division, number 3, Ready for Sunshine. Madison Global of Dundee, Ohio, the owner. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives. 2-year-old gelding, but Ready for Money out of Ray of Sunshine, taking a lifetime mark, 2:02, 2/5. Final half, 1 minute and a 1/5. The final quarter, 30 2/5. Ronnie Gillespie, Ready for Sunshine in the second. Official, number 1, Judge Lett. 2, the 2, CS Nifty Girl. 4, the 3, Ready for Sunshine, the winner. The 4, Helper Hinder. 3, the 5, Eyes Attraction. 5, top down. 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 30 2. The half, 1:02, 1. 3 quarters, 1:32. The mile, 2:02, 2/5.
Third place, scratch the 1, a Royal Line. Number 2 has a new owner, Deb.
make the driver David Justice. Win place.
And there we go, official for race 2. Did you make 360 off that?
I did not bet that horse. I honestly didn't realize it was racing until the post parade.
How do you believe that, Ashley?
No, I do, because I've worked with Matt long enough. I know how he is. He's going to keep his secrets to himself.
Yeah, I don't. Doug's liable to want me to buy him a pop or something if I give up too much.
And that does it for that first division of 2-year-old trotters. Race 3 up next. This is going to be the GLADA, the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association race. We are now scratched down to a field of 4. If you're following along with the program, the 1, a Royal Line, is scratched in race 3. And now on the 5, Rose Run Ecstatic, is David Justice. A purse of $3,800 on the line coming up next. Join us back here after a brief message.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
We are back here at the Darke County Fair in Greenville. June Regal night and Jim Beakey Trot. Ashley Daly, Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark, and we got a guest with us tonight. Long time no see, Frank Frost.
It is long time no see.
Where you been all summer?
In the office. Now, I did do Wellington. I had fun. I went up to Wellington, did the Wellington Fair with Bob Roberts. I think I'm on for Caldwell next week. I'm doing the same day as the Blooded Horse Sale. We got 4 fairs that day. We're spread thin that day, so I'm
on
out
2
for
that day.
You're on, yeah, you got double duty that day. You're exactly right. Yep, and that's what was funny. I was looking at the schedule. I said, how is she going to do that? And then I saw the times. I said, she can figure that one out.
I'll do it.
So, yeah, no, it's been great. It's been a good summer. It's been some great racing. We've had a lot of fun. And
you was over there in the winner's circle with Press Pro. What did it look like, the grandstand, when you stand over there? Full grandstand?
Very good crowd out here tonight. This is such a great fair. It really is. I mean, Greenville's got such a great history behind it and tradition.
Every fair, though, Frank, there's something about every fair you go to.
Without a doubt.
It has something unique.
Without a doubt. Every fair is special, and, you come to this one. The one thing I really love about this fair is the big trees out there, I don't mind big trees in the infield to block our view. That's why we get grandstands out there and stuff like that. But big trees brings back the old tradition when people would come here, back in the old days, and make it a picnic and have
because they would park their horses,
their buggies.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly it. So, but yeah, big night tonight. Now I got Press Pros magazine here, PressPros.com, who partnered with us to try to deliver the story of harness racing today. They were talking to Greg Luther about the tradition of this fair. This is where he got his start, mucking some stalls. His grandfather was in charge of this fair, of maintenance here, so it goes back a long way. So they're working on that story.
And he was a winner.
First race winner.
Perfect. Look at that.
It's that OHHA. We interview you, you win.
Amateur Trot. Sponsored by Dennis Owens, Sheer Futures, LLC. Number 1 is scratched. The 2, Unresolved Debt. The driver, Lucas Harper. Number 3, Country Girl Charm, Susan Miller. Number 4, Topville Master with Braden Addis. And number 5, Rose Run Ecstatic, David Justice in the sulky. Horses.
Scratch down to a field of 4 for our Glada. A trot with a purse of $3,800 on the line. The 1 is a scratch. The 2, Unresolved Debt. Lucas Harper up for Brian Haynes. This is going to be the first start in the Haynes stable for this 6-year-old gelding. So taking a handful of time off. Last start actually was scratched sick in the end of May, but before that, is that Pocono? Is that Pocono's
Yes.
code? All right. So on May 20th of this year, Pocono did have a second place finish in 1:53.2. Just kidding. That was 2024. This is the first start of the year.
3, Country Girl Charm, Susan Miller. Trains and drives a 7-year-old mare by Whom Shall I Fear. Has 3 ones in the year. 354,000. A lot of back class here for the 3, Country Girl Charm. 3 back at Xenia. Susan Miller drove this same mare, Country Girl Charm, to her first career driving win.
Braden Addis on the 4, Topville Master for Craig Bowman. This is a 5-year-old gelding by You Know You Do, looking to go 3 in a row. Last time out here at Greenville, I believe that was I don't even remember what day that was, but in the Signature Series did have a wire-to-wire win in 1:57.1. In 24 starts this year, has 5 wins to make over $67,000.
5 is Rose Run Ecstatic. David Justice drives for Mike Paul Amos and the Trojan Standardbred farm of Troy. 6-year-old black gelded sub, and away we go. 135,000 lifetime, 13 career wins, has a mark at Sauda Downs. Took as a 4-year-old at 155 at Sauda Downs, a 5. Rose Run Ecstatic. You can hear in the background the tradition here. For many years, the Greenville Municipal Concert Band is back. They get things fired up here. Field of 4.
Doug, you talked about the winner, the crowd here. First race went down there and lines at the windows, people trying to get their bets in as they were going behind the starting gate. So always a good sign when you got people down there trying to get their bets in.
And they have a pretty nice window back
Yes.
by the Horsemen too,
yes, they
right?
do back there. Yes, they
What
do.
I noticed, and I told Susan and Matt, we're here Friday night. Roger was calling the first 5, as he is tonight, and I went downstairs for something before I went upstairs to take over calling. The young fan base we had, a lot of young in their young 20s, groups of 4 and 5, man and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, betting the horses. It was great to see that involvement, and it's something I think we got to sell to the crowd, and which we try to do. But it was great, maybe at some of these fairs, try it. 3 or 4, half a dozen fairs, get the young folks involved, tell them about betting or something.
Somehow, some way, with the Little Brown Jug, they're doing the Jug Social Club, trying to get that younger person in there to watch it, enjoy it, and become fans of harness racing. And I'll tell you, it's great when we got, and I'm going to toot her horn, I don't know why, because I'm going to leave here in a second, when we got people like Ashley working young, understands it, and can do things like that. That's the only thing I'm going to say, because I don't want her head to get too big. And
what about
God forbid Frank ever pays
what
me
about
a
your
compliment.
senior citizens?
We got enough of those. We got enough of you and I. So, all right. Good luck, guys. Have fun the rest of the night.
You too, Frank.
Trotters are all in behind the Wokenberg starting gate on the upper turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. Master off and trotting. That's Topville Master going for the lead. Inside, Unresolved Debt getting away third. Rose Run Exotic and treading the field. That's Country Girl Charm following the break before the start. On to the backside in the first quarter mark. On top of the field and showing the way, Unresolved Debt by a length and a quarter. Topville Master is right there second. Rose Run Exotic third. Country Girl Charm catches the field by the first quarter as they race over to that quarter mark. The end of the turn they go, all in straight alignment. Opening panel 32 and 2. Midway around the turn, on top, Unresolved Debt shows the way. Topville Master is right there second. Rose Run Exotic third. Country Girl Charm trails the field. Susan Miller can see them all. Passing a stands first time, coming to the halfway point. Pulling the pocket and coming to the outside. Topville Master going after the leader. Unresolved Debt racing third. Rose Run Exotic. Country Girl Charm trails the field. Halfway home in 104 4/5. On to the backside in the 5/8. Unresolved Debt with the lead. Topville Master, it's on the outside. Now second, sticks ahead in front. Racing third, Rose Run Exotic. Country Girl Charm inside fourth. Go on to the 3/4 mark. Topville Master on the outside. Unresolved Debt fights back on the inside to retake. Racing third, Rose Run Exotic. Country Girl Charm fourth. 3/4, 135. Little more than an eighth of a mile to go in Ohio. Into the stretch, Unresolved Debt has the lead. Topville Master on the outside second. Rose Run Exotic third. Country Girl Charm on the outside. Coming to the wire, it's Unresolved Debt and Lucas Harper over Topville Master. The mile, 2:04 2/5.
2:04 and 2/5 for Unresolved Debt as I introduce this horse, not even realizing at first that he has not raced at all in 2025. That is more than a year off for this gelding. Makes it a win, though, his first go out. Lucas Harper gets that win for now Brian Haynes. This 6-year-old gelding by Resolve
I'm glad you
out of
said
a
it. I
Federal
forgot it also.
Flex mare.
And the winner's circle
Park Hill,
is
no
definitely,
credit. That's breed I'm not familiar with.
Yep, thank you.
Lifetime, though, before coming into this race. Well, now has pushed his earnings over $80,000 in his career. Unofficial, I have 2, 4, 5 across the wire.
Lucas Harper. Braden Addis, they were going at it. I thought maybe Braden Addis sets on just on that bike. You'd think it'd be Jeff Nice.
I know.
Swear I almost said the same thing.
I thought so coming to.
Yep.
Braden actually came back.
Yep.
LLC.
I got
Number 2, Unresolved Debt, owned by Robert Beachy of Berlin, Ohio. Brian Haynes, the winning trainer. Lucas Harper in the sulky. 6-year-old gelding by Resolve out of Park Hill, no credit. Home a winner in 2:04 2/5. Final half 59 and 3. Final quarter 29 and 2. Brian Haynes, Lucas Harper, Unresolved Debt in the third. Official. Number 1 is scratched. The 2, Unresolved Debt, the winner. The 3, Country Girl Charm, 4. The 4, Topville Master, 2. The 5, Rose Run Ecstatic, 3. Top down, scratch 1, 4, 2, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 32 and 2. The half, 104 4. 3/4, 135. The mile, 2:04 2/5. In the 4th race, Ken Holliday drives the 3, Prince of Fire. Carson Conrad, the 4, Just a Legend. Dylan Fagan, the 5, 2+2. And Sean Barker drives the 7, the Town Mailman. Win place.
Not a bad win ticket to have there.
No, 1340. Nice try, 71.60, and exactly returns $44. Fourth is up next, Ashley, 2-year-old Pace, second division for $19,050. If you want to get a program and follow along, you can go to harnessracingohio.com. harnessracingohio.com. Got a field of 7 coming up in this second division of the 2-year-old Pace for partial futurities. Horses, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and look at all 7 of these 2-year-olds.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the partial futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
We are back to Darke County Fair on Regal Night. Up next, the 4th race. If you're just joining us, second division of the 2-year-old Pace, partial futurity for $19,050. Sponsored by Greenville, Daughters of the American Revolution. A field of 7. Ken Halliday to drive the 3, Prince of Fire. Carson Conrad gets the call on the 4, Just a Legend. And Dylan Fagan will drive number 5, 2+2. Interesting driver's change here on the 3, Prince of Fire, to Ken Halliday. Austin Hanners was here early. Could he be? I'm just assuming that he's going back to Scioto.
I don't know. He's listed on the 6.
Oh, he's
Austin was
listed
just Austin was listed on
I
4
4
of the 7 horses out here.
And I know okay.
So
I looked back through the program when I was getting the changes, and a lot of times we were taking Austin off a horse, so I really didn't look to see if he was doubled up.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. Okay.
You know, I was curious coming in tonight what kind of horses we were going to see dropped here into the 2-year-old Pace partial, just because, you know, this tends to be, we see horses of all levels, and specifically sire stake horses will come in here too.
Yes.
And
it all depends when it falls, you know, when the sire.
Exactly. And that was going to be my comment is I know that we didn't drop our nice 2-year-old colt here because there's a sire stake on Saturday. But there have been a couple. Like, this is still a very nice group of horses. The 6 horse that Austin is driving is another Luther trainee that just come out of the sire stakes too. So I'm going to assume that he's going to miss Saturday. He's not going to race him here on Thursday, back on Saturday.
And this purse here, Buckeye Stallion Series, every leg goes for $20,000. So you're right here, same as $20,000 here. So it's whatever they want to do. Could be if you're just getting that 4th and 5th place finish in the Buckeye Stallion Series, you might want to come here, see what you can do. This is very close probably to a Buckeye Stallion Series level. A grade, what you would want to, I guess, the way you could call it. But
as we go on, Doug, I don't know if you've looked too deep in the program. Man, later on, we've got some nice fields of horses. Just monsters in later. I think the weather is supposed to hold up for us, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so. Oh, it's gorgeous evening.
I unfortunately have terrible phone service, always do in Greenville,
Yes.
and so I couldn't check myself. It's looked a little cloudy.
It's been cloudy, I believe, all day.
It has.
Yes. Were you out here today, any, Matt, or were you resting up all day?
I got here about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and you would have never guessed there was going to be horse racing at 6 o'clock p.m. I mean, the track was completely filled with semi-tractor
Did
trucks.
they have the Veterans Day thing today?
It wasn't. They call it a family day. They had a band out here,
Okay.
people dancing right here in the home stretch, and like I say, it was like something called Touch a Truck. So all kinds of different heavy equipment and trucks were out here, and little kids checking them out. It was a big deal. But I did sleep in a little today. Got to the hotel around 1 last night after Hicksville. I got on some roads that I don't know have been explored yet there in Defiance County, but we made it down here and home tomorrow.
So did you come right through Salina last night?
I did. Yeah. I thought about seeing if the wine store was open, but I thought maybe you and Roger could open it up for me.
Roger, we actually followed Mike Weppenberg, the starter, out of Hicksville.
Did you?
Yep. And then Roger was at my house, and Roger said he got back here 1:45 or what. I think we got to our house at 11:58. Yeah, it was kind of a challenge to find Hicksville last night with the bridges out and everything.
Yeah. Then, on the way back, I don't know if you guys hit any, but it was kind of half raining or heavy drizzle. Most of it was real dark. Yeah, it was not a fun drive.
Second division, sponsored by Fort Greenville Daughters of the American Revolution. A purse of $19,050. Number 1, Lovin' on the Side, Jason Beatty. Number 2, Win Lotte with Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3, Prince of Fire, the driver, Ken Holiday. Number 4, Just a Legend, Carson Conrad. Number 5, 2+2, the driver, Dylan Fagan. The 6, Fires Champ, Austin Hanners, breaking rank. And number 7, the town mailman, Sean Barker, in the sulky.
Second division of these 2-year-old Pacers. Remember, race 1 was our first division. They went in 1:58.3. We'll see if this group can break that number. On the rail, Lovin' on the side. Jason Beatty up for Ryan Miller. This is going to be maybe some whole field advantage here with Ryan training. 3 lifetime starts with 1 win, and that came 2 back over at Hoosier Park and 1:55 flat final quarter. 27-3 has hit the board in every single lifetime start. $11,000 made.
2 is Win Lotte. Ronnie Gillespie trains, drives, and owns this 2-year-old brown colt by Zuma Kalade. 4 starts on the year, has 1/3, about $3,400 finished. See where I can find that third place finish. It was at Northfield Park in Buckeye Stallion Series action, pacing a mile 57-1 start before that. And a qualifier paced him 55-2 at Scioto Downs.
Ken Holiday now up on Prince of Fire for Todd Luther. This is a Catch the Fire colt owned by Greg Luther Racing. This is a true BSS horse. His last 3 starts have all been in the Buckeye. 5 total lifetime starts. A single second-place finish and 2 third-place finishes. 2 back at Scioto in the BSS, was second by just a nose in 1:53.3 final quarter, 28-4.
Number 4 is a 2-year-old brown goat son, a bit of a legend. Carson Conrad drives. Just a Legend for Brett Swartz and Steven Sexton. 8 starts this year, has 5 seconds yet to find a winner's circle. 1/3, right at $8,000 this year. Paced a mile and 58-4 at Wilmington earlier in the year.
Brett Schwartz is going to send out Dylan Fagan on 2+2. This has been a very nice fair horse for the Swartzes. Has never missed the board in 8 lifetime starts. Last go out at Rock Springs had a 3rd-place finish in 2:07.1. But if we go a handful back all the way to the end of June, and a qualifier at Scioto came out swinging, and that qualifier went 1:58.4 final quarter, 28-2, almost $10,000 made for this purchase out of the Buckeye, which was $10,000.
6 Fire the Dams. Austin Hanners and the Luther stable try to go double up tonight. They took the first division of this 2-year-old pace. This is another catch the fire. 4 starts on the year. Lightly raced, has 2 seconds and a third. 29,000 paced a mile in 1:54 last time out at Northfield Park.
So I got a comment though on Fire's Champ. He's been a heck of a horse. Like you said, he's made almost $30,000 in such a short amount of time, and he's been with very, very, very tough company. So it's going to be a little bit different, right? He's been with Gentlemen's Club, Lindy Dragonwire. Like, he has just been with a lot of tough horses. Running out the field starting from the second tier is the 7-horse, John Barker II, the town mailman for Craig Bowman. This is a gelding by Well Said, coming off of a win from Greenville just here last week, although he made a break right in front of the gate. Still won by a neck in 1:58 flat. 9 lifetime starts, 6 wins, almost $19,000 made for this gelding. Here's Roger Houston, the call of the 4th.
The upper turn, the gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Levin on the side, going for the lead. Prince of Fire up on the outside, second. When Lottie takes a seat, third. Into the turn from the second tier, the town mailman, fourth. Racing fifth, 2+2. Up on the outside, Fire's Champ, and treading the field, Just a Legend. Down the backside, going to the first quarter mark. Lovin' on the side with the lead. Prince of Fire right there, second by the opening quarter. Racing third as they race over to the 3/8 mark. It's Win Lottie. Opening quarter, 28-4. Midway around the turn. Racing fourth, it's Fire's Champ as they race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Racing fifth, that's the town mailman as they race over to the halfway station. And the inside 6 is 2+2, trailing the field, Just a Legend. Halfway home, Lovin' on the side has command for Jason Beatty. Halfway mark in 59-1 on to the backside. Here comes Austin Hanners, Fire's Champ on the move on the outside. Now third, now second, going after the leader, Lovin' on the side. Down the backside they go, Lovin' on the side with the lead. Inside, Prince of Fire racing second. Up on the outside third, stalling a bit as they race into the turn, Fire's Champ. 3 quarters, 1:28-2, 29-1. Back panel around the final turn. On top of the field, it's Lovin' on the side with the lead. Closing on the outside second, it's Prince of Fire through the stretch. Lovin' on the side, and Jason Beatty on top, 2.5 over Prince of Fire. Fire's Champ, Win Lottie. The mile, 1:57, 1/5.
57-1. 9-2, a little bit of an upset there. Lovin' on the side. Ryan Miller, hometown boy, gets the win. Jason Beatty in the sulky. Jewel Bay filly by Tell It Like It Is out of the Cam Luck mare. Lucky Amy, this an Indiana bred. Ashley, $33,000 yearling purchase.
I know when I was introducing this horse and looking at the program earlier, I was like, I know Hoosier Park, right? Hoosier Park's Hoosier Park. But when it starts to break up into their conditions, I don't know what this horse has been racing in.
Yep.
I was trying to figure that out. I don't know what series that would be. Do you, Doug?
No, not offhand. I'm trying to do my math here. Is that back half right? 57-1, the half. They were at the front half. 59-1.
That's what I have.
56 second back half.
Jason Beatty.
57. Nice back half, and he did it easy. Made it look easy.
He really did, yeah.
They were working hard even to stay up with him. The entry of the Luther Stable Fire's Champ, I actually thought was a winner when he landed in the 4-hole.
Number 1, Lovin' on the Side. Miller Racing Stable of Greenville, Ohio, the owner. Ryan Miller, the winning trainer. Jason Beatty in the sulky. 2-year-old filly by Tell It Like It Is out of Lucky Amy. Home a winner, 157, 1/5. Final half in 58. Final quarter, 28 and 4. Blanket presented by Fort Greenville Daughters of the American Revolution to Ryan Miller, Jason Beatty, Lovin' on the Side. Number 1, Lovin' on the Side, the winner. The 2, Win Lottie, 4. The 3, Prince of Fire, 2. The 4, Just a Legend, 5. The 5, 2+2, 6. The 6, Fire's Champ, 3. The 7, The Town Mailman, 7. Top down, 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 3. 7 on the bottom. The quarter, 28 and 4. The half, 59 and 1. 3 quarters, 128, 2. The mile, 157, 1/5. 5th race, no changes in the.
It really was quite a steer there by our Jason Beatty. 157 and 1, back half in 58. Official for the 4th pays $11.20. The try, $291.
That'll get him up and going to the windows.
Race 5 up next. We have no changes so far. This is going to be the one and only Terry Holton Memorial Youth Driving Series race. Just a purse of $1,000, but 5 horses are going to go to bat. Join us back here shortly, and Doug and I will introduce you to the field.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett in exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
We are back here at the Darke County Fair. Ashley Daly, Doug Ballinger will be joined shortly by Roger Houston. I'll be going up to take over races 6 through 15 on the call. This is the Terry Holton Memorial Youth Driving Series, sponsored by Greenville Federal Bank for $1,000, field of 5. Dawson Cottrell off the rail, Conley Newberry, Braden Adis, Jeff Neishunger's nephew, Ranger Steck. Well, I believe Ranger has already won 3 of these this year, Ashley, and David Justice, who works for the Levan stable. These 5 youngsters will be driving in the Terry Holton. We've touched on this before. Terry Holton was a Ohio Hall of Famer. He's voted into the Ohio Harness Racing Hall of Fame for everything he did for the sport in this Buckeye State. He was a vice president, I believe, of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association at one time. He had a great horse, had a lot of great horses. He had 1 race in the Jug, 1 year finished 2nd. Playboy Hanover. Terry Holton, just a great all-around guy. His son Ryan and his wife put this series together. Once again, it was started back in the day. I know they said Mike Wilder and some of the guys back 30 years ago would drive in this. And
a U series?
This U series, the Holton U series, they started it again. And Ranger Steck, as like I mentioned, has won 3. And his father, Ron, actually drove in this and was also, I think he won the championship one year.
Really?
Yes.
And the championship, or I guess final, kind of interchangeable there, for this series is really not that far away. If you think about, we're almost in September already.
Yes.
This is just the second to last leg for these youngsters. So there will be a leg at Delaware on September 14th.
So the next leg is at Delaware?
Is Delaware.
Really? So there's a pretty good break here, and then the final will be at Dayton when they have their fair racing, I assume.
Which is October 5th. So it's a big break from that final leg. Because, I mean, after Delaware, there's a few fairs, but it's really just a few fairs. It's like go, go, go.
It's a fair here, fair there. You don't have 2 and 3 going on at a time.
Right.
I think we're probably down to about 30 fairs right now, or 25 left.
GG with Dawson Cottrell. Number 2, Pixie's Prize, the driver, Conley Newberry. Number 3, No Free Lunch, Braden Addis, the driver. Number 4, Big Bad Whammo with Ranger Stack. And number 5, Q Cobra Jet, David Justice in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Win, place, show.
And I can't. A field of 5 for the 5th on the rail. Always be GG. AJ Carlo is going to train this 7-year-old mare. Dawson Cottrell is in the bike. 20 seasonal starts. Has hit the board a handful of times. 2 back. Actually, at Urbana in the Holton was second by just a neck in 159-2. Final quarter 28-4. Almost $110,000 made lifetime for this mare.
2 Pixies Prize, Conley Newberry, Scott Ferguson trains and owns. 3-year-old black filly by Better's Wish. Has 7 starts this year. 2 seconds, a little over $1,100 in the bank. Conley Newberry, the 23-year-old from Troy, will do the driving.
No Free Lunch. Braden Addis goes out representing Stacy Van Heusen, the trainer of this 7-year-old gelding. 17 starts in 2025. Still looking for the first seasonal win. 2 back, another one at Urbana in that same Holton series. Was third by just a half a length in 159-2. $211,000 made for this gelding. Took a mark a handful of years ago at 4 at Woodbine in 150-2.
Actually, the 4's Big Bad Whammo. 19-year-old Ranger Steck will drive Big Bad Whammo for Robert Brooks. 22 starts this year, has 8 wins, 24 career wins lifetime, 158,000 lifetime, 151-4 at Scioto Downs. This year, Ranger Steck has driven Big Bad Whammo to 3 victories in the Terry Holton. Listed on the program, the Lima to be announced at Lima. That line will be announced, and it is a winner there at Lima for Ranger Steck.
Rounding out the field in the 5th post position is Q Cobra Jet. Hank Levan is going to send out 21-year-old David Justice. This is a 13-year-old gelding. Last time out at Lima was second, right behind Big Bad Whammo, I believe. We go even further back, though, at Bucyrus. David Justice drove this horse to a win in the youth series in 201-1. Lifetime, this horse has made over $100,000. Took a lifetime mark at 6 years old at Scioto in 151-4.
Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to grab me a Gatorade, Matt and Ashley, and go upstairs and try to replace the voice of Roger Houston. It's going to be a tough job to follow that man. But Roger will be down here and joining you guys. Always glad to stop by and work with you guys on the OHHA set. Have a good evening.
I say we appreciate it, Doug. Hope everything goes nice and smooth up there.
Thanks
for
for
you.
everything, Doug.
Thank you.
Got any inside tips for us you didn't share yet?
No.
Yeah. Let me flip through the rest of that program, see what's circled.
Just let me get through the night without messing up. You know what I mean, Matt?
Yeah, I do. I do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hope those saddle pads are in place tonight.
Locked away in a closet somewhere.
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks, Doug. We'll catch you there later. We are going to get moving behind the Mike Wegberg. Wow. My thoughts are not together tonight at all. Moving behind the Mike Webgenberg starting gate. The 5th race, the Terry Holton Youth Memorial Driving Series. The field of 5 from the route out. Always Be Gigi, Pixie's Prize, No Free Lunch, Big Bad Whammo, and Q Cobra Jet. Our youngest in this race is just 19 years old. Our oldest just 23. Here is Roger Houston with the call of the 5th.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. Big Bad Whammo goes right out for the lead. No Free Lunch gets away second. Racing third into the turn. Q Cobra Jet racing fourth as a race to the backside. Pixie's Prize and trailing the field following the early break. Always Be GG. Straight alignment down the backside going to the first quarter mark. Big Bad Whammo and Ranger Stack show the way by a length and 3/4. Racing second, that's Braden Edison. No Free Lunch racing third. Q Cobra Jet racing fourth. It's Pixie's Prize. Trailing the field, Always Be Gigi. All in straight alignment as they race over to the 3/8 mark. Big Bad Whammo leads by a length and 1/4. No Free Lunch right there second. No movement as yet to go after the leader. Racing third, Q Cobra Jet. Fourth is Pixie's Prize. The trailer is Always Be GG. Dawson Cottrell can see them all, but not for long. He tips to the outside, trying to flush some additional cover as they race over to the half. 103 and 4. On to the backside they go. Big Bad Whammo opens up by a length and 1/2. No Free Lunch is second. Here comes Q Cobra Jet. Now third, now second, going after the leader. Moving on the outside. Down the backside they go. Now fourth and closing in on the leaders as they race over to the 3/4 mark. That is Always Be Gigi. 3/4, 135 and 1. Midway around the final turn. Big Bad Whammo now by 2 lengths. Q Cobra Jet right there second as they race into the lane. Less than an 8 to go. Big Bad Whammo on the outside. Q Cobra Jet, no doubt about it. Ranger Stack. Big Bad Whammo. 2:01 3/5.
Ranger coming into himself. He looks like a driver out
he
there
really
now.
does,
yeah.
man. I mean, there was no hesitation in anything he did out there. Hey, guys.
Happy to have you for a moment, Michael.
Thanks, Ashley. It's really a pleasure to be here at Greenville for the first time.
I was about to ask, so that is for Ranger and Big Bad Whammo. That's now 3 in a row in the youth series. I think that's 4 total for the year already in those legs. Do you think he's starting to expect it?
As long as he's driving Whammo, I think he's got a lot of confidence. I don't want to see any of these guys get beat ever because, I know a lot of them or had a chance to meet a lot of them, but I would love to see Ranger get a win of some sort in Delaware this year. That would be awesome to do it at home. Yeah.
Oh, man. That would be very cool.
So I really just met Ranger for the first time at the matinee, the Urbana
Me
matinee.
too.
Oh, so I was wondering if you knew him before then.
Nope.
Oh, you talk about a kid that's just excited.
Yep. He loves to win.
I have unofficial 4-5-3-2 across the wire. 2:01 and 3 for our final mile time. Always Be Gigi on a break behind the gate, but made up a ton of ground.
Made up
really
a ton
did.
of ground. Yeah, he did from 15 lanes off.
Here comes Ranger.
Number 4, Big Bad Whammo. Owned by Robert Brooks of Van Loo, Ohio. Robert Brooks, the winning trainer. Ranger Stack in the sulky. 8-year-old bound stallion by Big Bad John out of Another Wild Woman. Comes home a winner in 2:01 3/5 with one of the fastest final quarters that we've had here in a long time. The final half, 57-4. The final quarter, a blistering 26-2. And for owner Robert Brooks, trainer Robert Brooks, driver Ranger Stack, 2 in a row in Ohio. Result.
I think that was 3, though. We had a line to be announced, and he was a winner at Lima, so that's actually 3 in a row for Ranger and Big
The
Bad
3,
Whammo.
no free lunch. 3. The 4, Big Bad Whammo, the winner. The 5, Q Cobra Jet. 2, top down. 5, 4, 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 31-2. The half, 103-4. 3 quarters, 135-1. The mile, 2:01 3/5. In the 6th race, number 1, I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti, Wyatt Farmer. The 3, JN Wild Flight, Ronnie Gillespie. Win Place Show, Perfective.
So I think this is the 57th fair that I've been to in the last 3 years, and it's the first time that I've come just to gamble.
Oh, yeah. So you said that you're kind of on business here tomorrow, so
Yeah, I
you
got
wanted to
something
come this direction.
Yeah, I have something over in Indiana in the morning, and instead of a 3.5-hour drive, I came over late this afternoon to see what this place is like. And, you know, I love all of the fairs, but you pull into the parking lot here and walk through this place, and it's special. There's a band behind us in the grandstand.
It's a whole nother animal, isn't it? I mean,
it really is, man.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And all you have to do is look at the racetrack to know that it's fast and special.
Yeah.
You know, compared to a lot of the other ones that we race at. But no, it's great.
I said, did you get a chance to walk over into the backside and see?
I didn't, no.
You should maybe on your way out just take a look. There are a lot of horsemen, a lot of good horsemen that train out of here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
And some of the most friendly people I've ever met. Like, I love coming to Greenville for that reason. Like, freshman focus, whatever. I mean, I know I'm going to get to see a bunch of people that I don't get to see all the time, and I really enjoy getting to talk to everybody back there.
That's awesome. No, it's a great environment. You know, as I was walking through after parking the car out here in the front, I noticed a whole bunch of chairs of people that were not facing anything other than the walkway. And the first thing I thought of is, you know what, this is a really cool place to just people watch. You know, because
every fair is a good place
I know, but
watch.
there's so many people here. I mean, this grandstand's got to have 1,000 or more people in it. So, no, it's exciting. It's great. I mean, there's a lot of beef out there, too. A lot of meat sticks on this fairground.
There's a ton of food on this fairground.
A ton of food out
Literally
there.
anything you could want is at this fair.
Yeah.
Did you eat anything yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Matt, did you grab a snack?
I had a burger under the grandstand, and I recommend that. I want to get the pizza before I leave. I just don't know how I'm going to work it. Yeah, people rave about the pizza under the grandstand, and it does smell good. Apparently, they make all the dough and sauce and everything daily.
I'll probably check that out first.
Yeah.
I'll check that out first.
I had a Bowman's tenderloin.
You did? That's the one thing I missed out on, but the line was long, and I know that they are at Van Wert, so I'll be able to pick one up at Van Wert.
I'm gonna sound.
Isn't that crazy? Like I can schedule out my dinner like a month out.
You got to put it on your phone calendar.
Yeah.
Make sure to get that at Van Wert.
I'm gonna sound like a hater for just a moment, but like Craig Bowman, right?
Yeah.
His family owned Bowman's
Yep.
tenderloins concessions. Well, they sold it. It's not the same.
It's not.
It was still good. I split
yeah,
tenderloin
very
with my
good.
mom, but it's
Yep.
not quite the same. It's
I-
not the Bowman's tenderloin that like I grew up like fiending for around the county fairs.
Yeah, when a driver would win a race, when Bowman's had it, they would always give him a coupon for a free sandwich.
Yep.
And like, I knew some of the drivers from Raceway Park would go over to Van Wert's. Like after the races, I'd kind of bum around, like Mark Hedworth and Greg Bates, like, hey, you're not going to eat all three of those, are you?
With that, we'll let you go to a commercial break. Race number 6 up next. It's going to be an overnight. Winners of 1,000, but less than 10,000 in 2025. We'll introduce you to the short field of 4 after a brief message from our sponsors.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the Cool Winds of November.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Thanks for joining us this evening. Race 6 of what? 15. We got 15 on tap for the night. Going at a pretty decent pace because Roger Houston has been calling them up to this point.
Yeah.
I should have gave Doug some crap, asked if he was going to keep going just as fast as Roger does. That same thing happened at Lima earlier in the week too when they were switching on and off.
He's our 4-an-hour man. Here's our 4-an-hour man.
Make sure Roger can get in here.
Hello there, sir.
So, Michael, this is your first time here. You're staying in.
I'm staying in Greenville tonight. Yeah, to drive over a short distance in the morning, and then a long drive back to Columbus.
So you're going to stay here for the whole race card. Any plans?
I think so, yeah.
You think so? You have to.
Yeah,
Come
I
on
pretty much
now.
have to. Yeah.
But do you have any plans for tomorrow? Anything else to see in Greenville while you're in the area?
No, I was actually just talking to Carson Conrad's mom. Sarah was up in the grandstand and asked her if there's anything going on over in Indiana tomorrow. But I think their fair season is starting to wind down a little bit over there as well. So, yeah, we're the only ones that are still in the heat of it.
Oh, yeah, we're not even.
Yeah, we're about 2/3.
I think, yeah, Roger's our numbers guy. He knows off the top of his head, but I think he said at Lima earlier in the week we are officially 2/3 of the way through. It doesn't feel like that until we're done and through Delaware.
Yeah.
Of course, because it's just bang, bang, bang from here on out, especially Labor Day weekend. Oh my gosh, which is what, next week? Is it next weekend, this weekend?
No,
I don't even know.
Two
Is it 2 more? Are
yeah,
you sure?
It's 2 more. Well, it's the first. No, you know what?
I don't know.
Next weekend. It is next weekend. Today's the 21st. Labor Day is Monday the 1st. So, yeah, it is next weekend.
Yeah, this next week is always pretty crazy for us because this is when we start having 3 and 4 fairs in a day back to back, and every single one of our kits are out to shoot a fair.
Horses are on the track for the 6th race, a condition base. Sponsored by Darke County Tractor Pullers Association, a field of 4. Number 1 is I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti, the driver Wyatt Farmer. Number 2 is Money Like It Is with Chris Hope. The 3, Jan Wildfly. Ronnie Gillespie drives. And number 4, I'm a Chick Magnet. Jeff Nicesonger in the sulky. Horse would take one score and go.
Welcome, Mr. Houston, to the show.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Houston.
Well done up there.
A little cool.
Yeah.
Firing them right off up there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Almost set a world's record. 5 races in an hour and 7 minutes.
Nice.
Nobody better to be at the control panel on that attempt, right?
Yeah.
That's
the world record is 5 races in 59 minutes, but we fell a little short tonight.
Crazy.
Was that also you?
Huh?
Was that also you announcing that day?
Well, yes.
Yes. Take the credit for it. Let's introduce the horses here for this afternoon's 6. We did the post, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. From the rail out, Wyatt Farmer is on I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti. Tisha Lohman is the trainer and the owner. This is a rockin' image gelding by the Real Desire mare I'm the Real Lady. It's had 10 starts this year. 2 second-place finishes and earnings of $4,050. Last couple of starts, Northfield, a 6th-place finish only by 2 lengths. At the second before that, it's Iota and the non-winners.
The 2-horse, Money Like It Is. Chris Hope is the trainer and driver. Gary Loy and Tom Baker, the owners. This is a 8-year-old gelding by Tell It Like It Is. Jug winner out of Freezer Money. 9 starts with a win, 2/3. The win was in 153 at Miami Valley, and of course that was earlier this year, way back in April the 28th. Since then, he took about a month off. Came back to the races in June the 5th, and limited number of starts, only 6 since then. 3rd last time out in 159, right here at Greenville. Final quarter, 28-4. Money Like It Is.
Number 3, Ronnie Gillespie for JN Wild Flight. Craig Bowman trains. Wearley Racing out of West Milton owns it. Another Tell It Like It Is gelding. This one out of the Western Ideal mare, Wildflower Hanover. 10 starts, looking for a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd.
The 4, I'm a Chick Magnet. 4-year-old gelding by I'm Gorgeous out of Fritzy Chick. Dan O'Mara trained. Jeff Nicehonger is the driver, and we're ready to go to the action. This is a maiden, the 4-horse.
Up and pacing, Jan Wildfire steps right out for the lead. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti comes out in 2nd, taking a tuck. I'm a Chick Magnet is 3rd. The early trader, Money Like It Is, straight alignment going to the opening 8. Jan Wildlight leads the way to the backside, leads it by 3. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti next. I'm a Chick Magnet is 3rd, and trailing the field, Money Like It Is. Opening quarter they go, and on top of the field, Jan Wildflight looking for his first win of the season, shows the way. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti getting that 2-hole trip. 3rd, I'm a Chick Magnet, and trailing the field, Money Like It Is. Opening quarter, 29-1 around the turn to the 3/8 mark. Jan Wildflight has the lead and has it by a leg. Racing 2nd, I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti. I'm a Chick Magnet is 3rd. Trailing the field, Money Like It Is. They come on over to the halfway point on top of the field and showing away. Ronnie Gillespie and Jan Wildflight has the lead by a length, nose to helmet. Right there 2nd, I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti. Halfway home in 59 seconds. 3rd, I'm a Chick Magnet trailing the field. Money Like It Is to the backside they go. Jan Wildflight has got every call. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti comes to the outside. Now 2nd and moving up. That moves I'm a Chick Magnet to the outside. Racing on the outside, Money Like It Is. Midpoint of the backside, a new leader, Wyatt Farmer, and I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti. I'm a Chick Magnet on the outside is 2nd. Money Like It Is 3rd, tiring 4th. Jan Wildflight, 3/4, 128-4. Midway round the far turn with an 1/8 of a mile to pace. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti, and I'm a Chick Magnet. They're matching strides. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. I'm a Chick Magnet on the outside. I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti, and Money Like It Is closing late on the outside with every stride on the line. Money Like It Is. 2nd, the 4, I'm a Chick Magnet. 3rd, the 1, I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti. 158-4.
158-4.
Well, you got to love a race where
Oh
the horse
my
that wins it
gosh.
doesn't get a call until there's about a 16th left. That was unbelievable.
I have never heard a grandstand get that loud.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was crazy.
Fun. Yeah, that was great.
I talked to Chris a little bit before the races. He's kind of a guy that you can't really get his blood pressure up too high talking to him, but I bet he was having some fun through the lane there, just gobbling up racetrack.
Is Chris from here?
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Yep. He helps out Ryan Miller some.
Well, guys, thank you so much for having me in for a couple of minutes. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah,
Pleasure to
thanks
be
for
at
stopping by.
Greenville. Thank you.
Enjoy the fair.
I'm going to go make some money.
I hope. Fingers crossed.
Thank you. Roger, here you go. Thank you.
I think I had it unofficial across the wire 2-4-1. There we go. Here we can put up a chair. We're kind of playing musical chairs back here.
Money like it is. Chris Hope, Greenville Horsemen. Second win in 10 starts this season. 158-4.
Greg Luther Racing.
Chris Hope making his way back around.
And as we said Saturday night, this track is lightning fast. Secret to a racetrack is water, believe it or not. That's why you see some
Moving into the winner's circle,
some even
the
in
Greg
parimutuel
Luther
tracks,
winner's
it gets
circle,
faster
number 2, Money
when it
Like
first rains.
Tell it like it is out of the Rock and Roll Hanover Mare. Freezer Money, second win of this season, 10th career for Money Like It Is. Oba auctioneer Gary Loy of Bryan, Indiana. Tom Baker, Greenville, Ohio. Chris Pope trains and drives the winner, the mile 158. 4/5 for Money Like It Is as they take the 6th here at the Darke County Fair. This race sponsored by Darke County Tractor Pullers Association. Tom the Blanket Guy making the presentation of the blanket. Here's the way they finish. Number 1, I'm a Real Rockin' Bugatti, 3. Number 2, Money Like It Is, the winner. Number 3, JN Wildflight, 4. The 4, I'm a Chick Magnet, finished second. The time, 158, 4/5. 29-1 for the quarter. 59 seconds for the half, 3/4, 128-4. 3-1-4, 2 on the bottom. The winner returns 640, 260.
I'm giving Ashley a little heads up. We're going to go down in past years when we get to the big partial races.
Let's do that. Official now for the 6th. Chris Hope's Money Like It Is pays $640 at the try, returns $24.60. Not too bad at all. Up next is race 7, the GLADA, the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association. Purse of $1,900, another field of 5. Join us back here shortly. No?
Got a scratch.
We do have a scratch, all right.
The 4 Jet Cruiser.
Perfect. So now scratch down to a field of 4. I misspoke on that one. Roger had changes before I did. We will still introduce to you.
Don't get me wrong, but I hope I get them before you. Since I was upstairs beside the judge, you know. Here come the judge, John Wiest. Back with more in just a few moments.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Back here at Greenville, Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association up next. Field of 4 with the scratch of the 4 Jet Cruiser. Conley Newberry drives the 2, Victoria Sfara. The 3, Lying in Cash, Braden Addis, the driver. This Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association is one of the most active amateur clubs in North America. They race races all the time at Northfield and at the Meadows, some up in Michigan, all over Ohio, Little Brown Jug Week in Delaware. Very active organization headed by Steve Oldford, and he was scheduled to drive the 3 horse, but turned the lines over to Braden Addis.
So I'm not very familiar with GLADA other than associating it with Northfield Park. They often at Northfield. So how long, Roger, do you know how long it's been going?
I'm going to say 10 to 15 years probably. When the amateur driving began in the state, well, they've had amateur drivers way back, but the first big organization was the CKG Billings Amateur. And I competed in that from 84 to 95, but it had been an association before 84 and continued past 95. It's no longer a group, and the amateurs have spread out. Everybody was a member of the CKG Billings. Here's the post parade.
Amateur Driving Association First Division. A pace at 1 mile, sponsored by Family Health. Conley Newberry to drive the 2. Braden Addis drives the 3, scratch the 4 Jet Cruiser. Our official starter for the week, Mike Wemkeberg, has the field of horses for the 7th race. These are the horses. Number 1 is Burnout, the driver Greg Luther. Number 2, Victoria Sfera, driven by Conley Newberry. 3, Lying in Cash, Braden Addis drives. Number 4 is Scratched. And number 5, Keeping It Lit, Kenneth Hurst in the sulky. Scratch the 4 Jet Cruiser.
I was going to give you a hint as to who to bet, but everybody knows who to bet here. He's already 1 to 5, and that's Burnout with Greg Luther. Of course, Greg raised here in Greenville, and I think they even have a barn in the barn area named for him, the sponsorship here at Delaware. Last year, I think they raised 17 horses the night of the partial, and I think they won something like 6 or 7 races, something like that. So Todd Luther comes into the race office and said, "How many are you racing tonight?" He said 12, and I said, "What happened?" He said, "We got all those sire stakes and things at Scioto on Saturday." But the Luthers have been a big supporter of the Darke County Fair in recent years.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce his horse then, Roger?
The 1 horse is Burnout, 5-year-old gelding, Racing Hill. Greg Luther racing, Todd Luther trains. Greg is the driver, and he won last year here at Greenville. This year, Burnout, 18 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds and thirds, banks $44,000. almost what he made all of last year. Has a mark of 152 at Miami Valley. His latest win was at Scioto June the 15th in 157, final quarter and 30. Been racing exclusively at Scioto. It did have a start at Circleville. When they go to the county fairs, they're usually the winner. And Burnout was the winner in 57 at Circleville.
Conley Newberry to sit behind the 2, Victorious Farah. This is a Mike Paul Hamus trainee, a 4-year-old mare by Pet Rock, owned by Charles Hartzler of right here in Greenville. Last time out has been at Scioto Downs, went in 152-4, final quarter 28-3, although was just off the board with a 4th place finish. This mare has hit the board 13 starts in 2025 and 22 tries. $47,000 made this year, $112,000 made lifetime. Seemingly paces in 52 quite consistently.
3 horses lying in cash. Graydon Addis is the driver. Tasha Lohman is the trainer. This 9-year-old gelding by Arachi Hanover. 5 of 12 this season, 155-2 on the half-mile track at Northfield. 311,000 lifetime, 47 lifetime wins, has a mark at Hawthorne of 150. Comes into this race on a 4-race win scheme. Won the ladies event at Marion, then 3 straight wins after a couple scratches at Marysville, Chillicothe, and Troy. The latest, 56-2 at Troy.
That line at Troy, Roger, for Lion and Cash, how difficult that race must have been. That horse was parked out every single step and still was a winner.
And 3 wide around the final turn. Now, I don't know, well, he was closing from the back of the pack, but that's the old Rogers Law. Horse hung every step of the mile last time out. You bet him this week regardless of the post position, drive, or anything. Is because Horseman always says, well, you get hung, the horse is legged up for next week.
The 4 is a scratch, and leaving from the 5-hole, keeping it lit. Kenneth Hurst trains and drives this one. We don't have a driver change on this, do we, Roger?
No.
Okay. Kenny's going to stay up on the 5. Hit the board 7 of 24 tries this year. 3 back in the Signature Series at Xenia. Did go wire to wire there, won by a length in 158-3. Start before that, though, at Scioto Downs. Missed a check, but still pace in 152-3. $80,000 made lifetime for this 5-year-old gelding by Always a Virgin.
I'm not sure what these conditions are on these amateur events, but I believe it's kind of a wide-ranging condition so that we don't have any trouble getting a feel of horses. And there are a number of trainers who put their horse in not even knowing who's going to drive. They just want to support.
Know that somebody will be there.
Yeah. Well, they want to support the amateur drivers. Of course, there's been amateur drivers win the Hamiltonian. Harrison Hoyt was an amateur. Mal Burrows was an amateur when he won his Malabar Man. So it's not uncommon. As we're ready for action here in the 7th, this is the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association pace.
They're up and pacing. Conley Newberry sends Victorious Fair right to the front. Burnout will get that 2-hole trip. Taking it, Chuck is Lion and Cash, and Braden Adis on the outside. Keeping it led. Kenneth Hurst was 4th. Now 3rd. Now 2nd on the outside as they head up the backside. Victorious Fair shows the way. Hung on the outside. Keeping it led is 2nd. Racing 3rd. Burnout racing 4th. Lion and Cash 3 in, 1 out as they race on over to the opening quarter. Victorious Fair has the lead. Long mile for Keeping It Lit. Yet to see a pylon. Burnout locked in 3rd. Lion and Cash trails the field 4th at the opening quarter and 29 2/5. Round the turn to the 3/8 they go. It's a half-length lead for Victorious Fair. Keeping It Lit. The outside, the inside. Burnout, Lion and Cash. Braden Adis first to move on the outside. 2 in, 2 out as they pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Victorious Fair with the lead. Keeping It Lit is 2nd. Burnout locked in 3rd. Lion and Cash trails the field at the half in 59 seconds. Down the backside they go with the lead. Victorious Fair. Burnout will need room, keeping it lit on the outside. Lion and Cash will come 3 wide. They're off the turn, down the backside they go. Victorious Farah on the inside. Burnout is second, keeping it lit third. 3 wide. Lion and Cash nearing the 3/4 mark. Victorious Farah. Burnout will need room, 3 wide, keeping it lit into the turn. Victorious Farah has them by 3/4, 128-4. Victorious Farah and Burnout now will shake loose with an 1/8 of a mile to pace. Victorious Farah has the jump, but here comes Burnout. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Victorious Farah, Burnout just keeps on coming to the line on the outside. Burnout on the line. Burnout. Victorious Farah second. Lion and Cash home third. 157-2.
157, 2/5. Burnout finally gets racing room midway around the final turn, comes to the outside and wins, drawing away at 3-5. So he actually went up in odds and late money, came in on other horses.
There for a moment, didn't know if he was going to find racing room. He about went over top of the 2-horse in Conley Newberry, just itching to get on the pace.
Well, you kind of knew that Kenneth Hurst was going to get tired around that final turn because he had been hung almost every step of the mile with keeping it lit. Lion Cash did not get the win despite Rogers' Law.
Wasn't the easiest trip for that horse either.
No. Yeah, you talk about trips. It was only a 4-horse field. All 4 horses at the 3/4 pole were within a length and a half. 1 on top and 3 straight across, battling for the second spot.
This will be trainer Todd Luther's second win of the evening already.
And I got a feeling we'll see him a few more times
There's
tonight.
a good possibility that we do.
320, 340. Evidently, they did not have show wagering.
Number 1, Burnout. 5-year-old Bakelite son of a Racing Hill. Greg Luther Racing LLC, Blacklick, Ohio. Todd Luther trains. Greg Luther in the sulky. The mile 157, 2/5. Greg Luther, who does so much for the sport of harness racing here at the Darke County Fair. Wins the 7th with Burnout. Returns 320, 340. Exact to 580. Daily double, 2 in all, 320. This race sponsored by Family Health. This is where they finish. Number 1, Burnout, the winner. Number 2, Victorious Farah, 2. 3, Lion and Cash, 3. Number 4, Jets Cruiser was scratched. 5, Keeping It Lit, 4. 157-2. 29-2. The half, 59. 3/4, 128-4. 1, 2, 3, scratch. 4 on the bottom. 8th race, scratch the 1, Tommy Count. Scratch number 1, Tommy Count in the 8th. Carson Conrad to drive the 2. Plucky, Pammy T. Carson Conrad.
Coming up is the 8th race. This is the Jim Beakey Trot. Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial. 3-year-old Colton Gelding trotters field of 4 with the scratch of the 1, Tommy Count. Back with more in a moment.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Good.
Back here to Darke County Fairgrounds in Greenville, Ohio. This upcoming race is the Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Stake. Thanks to Lisa Swartz, she gave me a listing of the past winners of the partial 3-year-old trot. At one time, these partial futurities were one of the biggest races in harness racing. I'm talking about in the late 50s, this early 60s and 70s. Big name drivers, big name stables, national individuals came to Greenville to race in the partial futurities. You probably have to be as old as I am to remember some of these names, but I'm sure you will. Mary Duke and John Patterson, Gobbler Lynn with Denzel Berry, Deep South, John Patterson, Speed About, Howard Beisinger, Speedy Star, Lou Hubert Jr., Flower Chow, Bud Partial, Oppie, Lou Hubert Jr., Another Love with Gene Riggle, Killbuck Mary, owned by Henry Critchfield and his brother Dick Buxton, R.R. Fastball, owned by the Castleton Farm with Russell White driving. It's like a vocabulary of years past. The partial was a major event. And what changes that? In those days, there weren't that many stakes nationwide. They didn't race year-round and things like that. And there were a limited number of stakes, and so you got the big horses even right here in Ohio. And when they had the Ohio State Fair and Columbus, big name horses always raced in the Director of Agriculture and other events there. And then things started changing when we went to year-round racing and more stakes. And the partial is maintained. I think the first partial was 1953, and it was just for 2-year-olds at that time. And then they changed and added the 3-year-old category, I believe, in 1957, something like that. But it's been a rich stake over the years. And those drivers, when you think who they are. Harry Short. Harry Short was one of the greatest drivers the Buckeye State ever had. His white and gold colors, raced in Circleville, Ohio. He won this race in 1959 with Miss Coletown. It's just so many memories.
This is the first year, I do believe, that this partial is named for Mr. Beakey, though. Right,
that is true. And Jim Beakey has been a resident of Greenville, I think, almost his entire life.
I do think so. I think Mr. Jim Beakey. Did you explain yet who Mr. Beakey is to us at all?
He was a state
in the state of Ohio.
State representative. He is even to this day, I don't think he'll object to me saying, he is still a very powerful voice to politicians all over the state of Ohio. I'm not just talking Republicans, I'm talking Democrats. He is so respected by both parties, and he's a resident here in Greenville, and this race is appropriately named now the Partial Memorial 3-year-old Trot, the Jim Beakey Trot. And I'm sure he's here tonight.
I was hoping that he is, especially for this presentation. I have a couple of thoughts on Mr. Beakey, but we can get to those after our post parade. There's our bugle, but our horses aren't quite gathered yet. Well, as our horses do gather, I'll keep an ear out for when Doug starts talking. But Mr. Beakey did grow up right here in Greenville, working and later owning his family's meat packing plant.
The Beakey Packing Company and their 6-pony hitch at a fair near you.
He's a fourth generation, but he was called to public service and served in the Ohio House of Representatives for 24 years. Here's our post-parade, and I'll finish my thoughts briefly.
A total purse of $21,500. Scratched down to a field of 4. These are the horses. Number 2 is Plucky Pammy T. The driver, Carson Conrad. Number 3 is Smoke One for Me, driven by Colton Noble. Number 4, 90 Proof. The driver, Pat Beloy Jr. Rounding out the field, the 5, Rose Run Ari. Austin Hanners in the sulky.
Before we get into this now field of 4, so Mr. Beakey spent 24 years in the Ohio House of Representatives, and actually later on was the assistant director of the Ohio Department of Agriculture. That is something that he cares very deeply about. Because of that, harness racing has been involved. He has helped us tremendously over the years.
And of late, his main goal is the youth 4-H clubs and youth driving races, the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series, and all those probably all go back to Jim Beakey one way or another.
Mr. Beakey always shows up to our OHHA annual awards banquet to give that youth award.
I'm not sure how long it's going to be before they go to the gate, so we ought to get this in. Plucky Pammy T is trained by Brett Swartz. Carson Conrad is the driver. A 3-year-old filly, but Long Tom. Winless in 13, does have a 2nd and 4 thirds. Has banked $19,000 lifetime. Last effort, though, finished 8th at Northfield, beaten just 4 lengths. Last quarter, 31-3. The mile, 202-4. Plucky Pammy T.
Colton Noble up for Christy Noble. Smoke One for Me. This is a gelding by Long Tom out of Non-Smoker, a My MVP mare. Last time out in the Buckeye Stallion Series at Scioto, had a 2nd place finish in 1:54-4. Final quarter, 29-3. 16 starts this year with 5 wins, 2 seconds, and 2 third place finishes. Over $41,000 in the bankroll just this year for Smoke One for Me.
Has the most wins of any in the field with 5 this year. The 4 is 90 Proof. Pat Malloy Jr. trains and drives. 3-year-old gelding by Uncle Peter. 3 of 16 with 4 seconds and 2 thirds. 9 times, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the 16 outings. Banked $22,000 this year. 158-1 at Scioto Downs. Was a winner here at Greenville last weekend. 202-1 with a final quarter 29.
Rounding out the field in the 5-hole, Rose Run Ari. Todd Luther is going to look for another win. Austin Hanner is now in the bike of this triumphant Caviar gelding. 11 starts this year, 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 1 third place finish. Has had 2 second place finishes in a row, both at Scioto Downs and non-winners of 4 Paramutual. 2 back at Scioto timed the better mile, though, was second by a nose in 1:53-3, $41,000 in 2025. However, last year as a freshman, made $90,000. This has just been a nice horse all the way through for Rose Run Ari.
Horses are in behind the Mike Wilkenberg starting gate. We turn the mic over to Doug Ballinger.
Beakey are all in behind the gate for the Jim Beakey Trot. And here they come. First division. 3-year-old trot, partial maturity. They're off and trotting. That's 90 Proof going right out to the front. Smoke One for Me comes out in second. Rose Run Ari on the outside. Plucky Pammy T, early trader fourth. On over to the opening 8th they trot. Going to the opening quarter. 90 Proof the leader up on the outside. Rose Run Ari and Austin Anders to the front end. Racing third. Smoke One for Me and trailing up field. Plucky Pammy T, field of trotters, straight alignment. They're going to follow the lead of Rose Run Ari to the opening quarter. Right there second. 90 Proof. Smoke One for Me. Racing third. Plucky Pammy T trails the field. Opening quarter trotted at 29-2. They race around the turn. Rose Run Ari. 3-year-old Bagel and Son of Triumphant Caviar leads the way. Smoke One for Me and 90 Proof. Plucky Pammy T in that order as they pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Still showing the way. Austin Anders and Rose Run Ari first to move. Smoke One for Me. Colton Noble come first up. 90 Proof is third. Plucky Pammy T trails the field fourth. They're halfway home in 59-2 fifths. To the 5/8 they trot. Rose Run Ari has the lead and has it by a length. But here comes Smoke One for Me upon the outside. Now second. Trotting third. 90 Proof. Down the backside they trot. Plucky Pammy T continues to trail the field. Cross the backside for the final time. Going to the 3/4. Rose Run Ari with the lead by a length up the inside. 90 Proof is second. Smoke One for Me. The long mile on the outside third. Trailing the field. Plucky Pammy T. 3/4 in 1:29. They race around the turn. Rose Run Ari at the top of the stretch in the Jim Beakey. They're on their way home. Smoke One for Me and 90 Proof. They're all chasing. Rose Run Ari with less than a 16th to trot. Rose Run Ari, 90 Proof. Smoke One for Me. Coming to the line. Rose Run Ari. Austin Henners, second. Winner on the card. Second to 4, 90 Proof. Home third. Smoke One for Me. 158-4.
158-4. The win goes to Rose Run Ari. Todd Luther, that's their third of the night. Greg Luther Racing, the owner, gets the win in 158, 4/5. And that is the fourth fastest 3-year-old trot in the partials. Fastest was turned in by 2024. That last year, Tom Swifty and Dan Noble, 157-1, the stakes record. So 158-4 here tonight for Rose Run Ari. Jim Beakey is in the winner's circle. We hope to talk to Jim a little later on this evening after these two divisions have been contested. And here is Rose Run Ari.
The winner of the first division of the Jim Beakey Trot. The Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Fit Charity for $10,750. The first division. Number 5, Rose Run Ari. The 3-year-old Bagel to Son of Triumphant Caviar. Out of the Armbro Laser Mare, Rose Run Keepsake. Fourth win of this season. Greg Luther Racing Stable, Black Lick, Ohio owned. Todd Luther trains Austin Henners in the sulky. The mile 158, 4/5. In the winner's circle, Jim Beakey. This race is named in honor of Jim Beakey, a Darke County resident, state representative for many years here in this great state of Ohio. And Jim Beakey thinks so much of the 4-H kids and agriculture department and what he has done for the sport of harness racing. A big thank you to Jim Beakey. Let's give him a big hand. Rose Run Ari returns $4.40, $3. Trifecta, $10.40. Exacta, $14. Number 1, Tommy Count was scratched. Number 2, Plucky Pammy T, 4. The 3, Rose Run for Me, 3. 4, 90 Proof, 2. 5, Rose Run Ari, the winner. 158-4. 29-2. 59-2. 129. Scratch 4, 3, 2, 1 on the bottom.
Ninth race coming up. Luke Ebersole drives the 3 of Valserita. And the 4, All We Wanted, Justin Hall. Second division, Jim Beakey Trot, Partial Memorial, 3-year-old trotting colts and geldings. Race 9, after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
Back here at Delaware. Why do I say that?
Because, Roger, I've been doing it for the last 4 fairs. We get tired. We don't know where we're at. I've been having a heck of a time the last 4 fairs, but as always.
I'm glad to know it's not an age thing.
It is not.
Maybe it is an age thing.
You tell me I'm getting old?
No, the young ones and the old ones. You've got to be middle-aged before you get it all together.
Man, that's what I've just been rambling on some words the last few fairs, and I was having the conversation, I think right before you hopped down here with Michael Langer, because I've been working with Michael a lot, and he knows how I work, but man, the last couple fairs, I'm starting to drag, and it is not the time to drag. There's plenty more yet to come.
You want to start going with me to the fairs?
No, Roger, and we've said this millions of times within our office when you are nowhere near Ohio. I do not know, none of us know how you do what you do and the miles and the time that you put in.
It's got to be a love for harness racing. It has to be. I mean, horrible to admit it, but when you put your harness racing above your family, and thank goodness Neville and Reagan and Kinsley and Troy and Dustin all know that. They give me heck, but they know that's not going to change me.
Yeah.
It can't. Anyway, second division coming up here. Luke Ebersole on the 3, Justin Hall on the 4. Justin Hall, in case you don't know, was seriously injured in an accident maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And it was questionable whether or not he would even survive that accident. It was that horrendous. But has made his way back, and I talked to Justin earlier tonight. He has no effects from the head injury that he had. He's in fine shape and everything like that, and back driving. And his grandfather was one of my favorite drivers here in the Buckeye State, Harry Richardson, who was one of the big-time drivers back in the 60s and 70s here in the Buckeye State. So it's just great to see Justin back. This is a catch drive for him. He's never driven this one, but Ted Garwin dubbed him to drive when David Myers couldn't be here, and that is all we wanted. Second division. Of course, in the olden days, the 8 horses or 9, they'd have all gone to the post in one division. But
and then gone
that's
back
not
for
the case anymore.
You know, it's funny. So when I hopped off air really quickly, I ran down to meet Mr. Beaky and ask him to come speak with us. And he said, I've got one more heat. I've got one more heat. You know, this one, referring to this division going, named after him once again. But it was funny that you just brought that up because he said, I got one more heat.
We were talking in the race office earlier tonight how back in the 60s and such, 12-horse fields at most of the county fairs in the state of Ohio. 6 on the gate, 6 on the gate, 6 trailers.
Oh my goodness.
Xenia, Greenville, Urbana, all of those. I can remember Champaign Futurities with a field of 11 at Urbana. 6 on the gate and 5 trailers. That's not the case anymore.
No, my first thought when the gate opened up and we had the first race go off was, wow, that feels like a lot of horses. And there was only 8 there. There was only 8.
Yeah.
Only had 2 trailers. And it's funny, because we had in Ohio, we heard a lot about, there were a few sire stakes last year where 2-year-olds had 2 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
People did not like that.
I know. Well, bugle sounds and they're on the track for the 2nd division. Jim Beakey trot.
Horses are on the track for the 9th race. Dr. H.M. Parks Memorial Futurity, 2nd division, 3-year-old trot. Total purse $21,500. This division for $10,750. The Jim Beakey trot, sponsored by the Darke County Fair. Number 1, Watch Shakin', the driver, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 2 is Stacking Green, driven by Austin Enters. 3, Valsterita, Luke Ebersol up. Number 4, All We Wanted, Justin Hall in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
2nd division of these 3-year-old trotters. The Partial Memorial, Jim Beakey trot on the rail. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives the 1, What's Shakin'. This is a What the Hill gelding, owned out of Florida. Last time out, actually went into the Buckeye, made a break right outside of the gate and didn't get a check. But before that, did have 2 wins in a row on the Ohio Fair circuit, both at Bowling Green and at Attica. 11 seasonal starts, 3 wins for this gelding, $33,000 made this year. Lifetime, however, $163,000.
The 2 horses Stacking Green. Greg Luther Racing, Todd Luther trains, Austin Hanners the driver. 3-year-old filly by Green Shoe out of Majestic Lexi. Winless in 7 this season, does have a 2nd and a 3rd. That 2nd was 4 back at Oak Grove in Kentucky. 154, final quarter, 28-3. Stacking Green is banked $66,000, $59,000 last year, winning 2 of 8.
I don't know if you noticed in the post parade, that's a big filly. She was a big filly, Stacking Green. Our 3-horse Volsterita, Luke Ebersol in the bike for Cassandra LaCourte. This is a Volstead filly coming right off of a win in the Buckeye Stallion Series up there at Northfield. Races quite a bit at Northfield, just a touchdown here, the Southern Circuit at Scioto Downs. 8 starts on the season with 2 wins, and those have come back-to-back. That Northfield BSS win I mentioned, and Anonymous is a 2 right there at Northfield too. 2 back. Winton 1, 54 and 4, $58,000 lifetime for this filly, $19,000 on the year.
The 4 horses, All We Wanted. Ted Garwin, the owner trainer from here in Greenville. Justin Hall gets the call. 2 of 19 this season with a 2nd and 3/3. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Marseille out of After All by Jailhouse Jesse. Took a mark of 58-4 this season at Hoosier Park. The last effort here at Greenville last week in a tune-up for the partial, finished 2nd, 2-2-2 with a final quarter, 29-2. And that's the field for the 2nd division of the Jim Beakey Trot.
Mac, what can you tell us about this 1 horse?
He likes a half.
He likes a half.
He can get around a half. He loves the turns, from what I understand. I do not see him taking back much at the start.
This is home track for Ronnie Gillespie.
Yep.
This horse was just a monster as a 2-year-old.
He sure was.
He came out pretty strong earlier in the year. He was racing in the Hackett at Miami Valley, and I think a leg or 2 of the Sire Stakes. Seems to have been taken a step down from that top level.
Yeah, I hope I didn't jinx him. I mean, the rail is a tough spot almost anywhere for a trotter, especially trying to really.
He's got to be a little hot, isn't he? I saw Ronnie on the infield there. He's a hot-headed, high-headed horse.
They're in behind the gate, and we're ready for action in race 9.
The 3-year-old trot, the Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Futurity. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They were up and trotting, what's shaking to the inside, stacking green to the outside, field of trotters into the turn, Valsterita comes out in third, all we wanted trails the field, and stacking green is all stride at the opening 8. What's shaking? Ronnie Gillespie out the lead as they head up the backside, going to the opening quarter. Valsterita is next, stacking green and all stride. All we wanted across the backside for the first time, trotting by the quarter. What's shaking? The 3-year-old Paygo, son of What the Hill, leads the way. Looking for season win number 4. Valsterita is second. Stacking green after that miscue in the opening turn. Back down trotting third, and all we wanted trails the field. Opening quarter was trotted in 29-1. What's shaking shows the way. Racing second, Valsterita. Stacking green third. All we wanted trails the field. They passed the stand for the first time and trot on over to the half. Field of trotters straight alignment. They follow the lead of What's shaking and Ronnie Gillespie to the half. Valsterita right there, second, third. Stacking green. All we wanted can see them all. Off the half in 59 seconds. On to the 5/8 they go and head down the backside. What's shaking by a length. Valsterita right there second. 3 off the lead. Stacking green. All we wanted trails the field. Down the backside of the 3/4 they trot. It's What's shaking with the lead. Here comes Valsterita to the outside. Now second. Stacking green is third. They're into the turn. All we wanted trails the field. Up on the outside. Valsterita stacking green, the inside, What's shaking around the turn. Valsterita has grabbed the lead, 3/4 in 1:28-2. What's shaking is second, third, stacking green. They're off the turn. They're on their way home in the Jim Beakey. Valsterita and Luke Ebersol have grabbed the lead. What's shaking, battling back on the inside, coming to the line. Valsterita and Luke Ebersol will take the second division of the Jim Beakey. 1:58-1.
And that is 1 second shy of the stakes record. Valsterita by Volstead out of Southwind Magic. Ashley Daly going to the winner's circle. Her mom, Kim Daly, is there as well. Cassandra LaCourte, the trainer.
Yeah, it looks like a big crew from Urbana down there.
The golf cart is packed. Third win in 9 this season. Earnings now up around $25,000 this year. $63,000 a lifetime. Luke Ebersol.
Your winner of the 9th. The second division of the 3-year-old trot. The Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Futurity. The Jim Beakey Trot for $10,750. Sponsored by the Darke County Fair. Number 3, Valsterita. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by Volstead. Out of the Muscle Hill mare, Southwind Magic. Her third win of the season. She's owned by M3 Racing Stable, Berlin, Ohio. Cassandra Record trains. Luke Ebersol in her sulky, trotting a mile. 1:58, 1/5. Valsterita takes the second division of the Jim Beakey Trot. She returns 380 and 260. Daily double 5-3, $4.40. 312 try, $12.80. Exacta 3-1, $6.40. Results are official. Number 1, What's Shaken, 2. Number 2, Stacking Green, 3. The 3, Balsterita, the winner. Number 4, All We Wanted, 4. The Wild, 1, 58, 1/5. One. The half 59 seconds. 3/4, 1:28 and 2. The mile was trotted at 1:58, 1/5. 2, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. 10th race is up next. First division of the 3-year-old colt pace. The Gene Regal Memorial. Scratch the 4, Rising Fire. Scratch number 4, Rising Fire. Number 6, Top Shelf Sherry, will be driven by Dylan Fagan. Dylan Fagan to drive the 6, Top Shelf Sherry. Woodrow Blue Chip, Bach.
So we got a field of 5 to go postward in the first division of the Gene Regal Memorial. Dr. H.M. Partial, 3-year-old colt and geldings. Purse of $12,000. Total of $24,000 up for grabs in the 2 divisions. Back with more in a moment.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
Darke County Fair, Greenville, Ohio. 10th race of a total of 15 coming up. Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial, 3-year-old colt and gelding pace. Gene Regal Memorial, sponsored by Dr. Chris Gilbert. Scratch the 4, Rising Fire. The 6, Top Shelf Sherry. Dylan Fagan is the driver. 5 to go postward here in this 3-year-old colt pace.
Mr. Regal, Gene Regal, when did he pass away? Not too long ago. Was maybe what, 10 to 15 years?
Oh, I don't think it's been that long.
You don't think it's been that long? I just had something printed out for him. So give me just a second here. He died in 2011.
Yeah, 14 years.
There's Mr. Beakey.
Some names.
We've got a
Past
lot
partial
going.
winners. Great Pleasure, Nighttime, Quick Pick, Overtrick, went on to win the Little Brown Jug. Combat Time, Tuxedo Hanover got hung every step of the mile in the race with Most Happy Fella and Columbia George. Tiger Lily Lobel, boy, I remember that filly. Curly Smart, Ozzie Hanover, Gene Regal, Mark Ferguson, Keystone Journal, J Time, Gene Riggle. J-Time winning here in 1:59.3. What we're referring to, we got a list of all of the past winners in the partials. And some of the great names of horses that have raced here back in the 60s and the 70s.
What was the
you
first?
remember a few of those, Jim Beakey?
Well, what was the first year of the partial? 50 what?
Well, the 2-year-olds were in 53. The first year of the 3-year-olds was 57.
Right. Well, and back in those days, I was just a kid, as you know.
Well, so was I.
I know, that's why I said as you know. And those were the days when the big Grand Circuit stables traveled in trailers, and Billy Current was a driver for Castleton Farm, and you had the Kirk boys and the Valeries and all the folks down. When they came in here for the partials, it was big, and they were. Does it show what the purses were back in those days? It was big, yeah. And even prior to that, in World War II, Grand Circuit racing was held here 2 years because Indianapolis, the state fair, was used as a training ground for the troops for the war. So they moved the fair to Greenville, and we had at one time we had a three heat trotting record. Scotland's Comet on this track it held for years.
Here's the post parade. Gene Riggle Memorial.
$12,000, sponsored by Dr. Chris Gilbert. Scratch the 4, Rising Fire. Dylan Fagan will drive the 6, Top Shelf Sherry. Number 1, Woodrow Blue Chip. Earnings of $68,000. A mark at Scioto Downs of 152.3. Jason Beatty drives the 1, Woodrow Blue Chip. Number 2, Bach. Earnings of $42,870. 150 and 4/5 at Scioto Downs. Ronnie Gillespie driving the 2, Bach. The 3 is Skyway Seawalker. $241,000 in earnings. 152 at Oak Grove. Austin Henners, the 3, Sky Walker C. Number 4, Scratched. And number 5, My First Fire. Career earnings of $131,465. Took a mark at Scioto Downs as a 2-year-old of 153.2. The 5, My First Fire. The driver, Ken Holiday. At number 6, Top Shelf Sherry. Earnings of $14,453. Dylan Fagan drives number 6, Top Shelf Sherry. And that's the field.
Scratch down to a field of 5 on the rail. Jason Beatty, Woodrow Blue Chip, trained by Ryan Miller, coming off a 2nd place finish in the Buckeye Stallion Series, 150 flat.
Bach is Ronnie Gillespie driving for Jody Flommersfeld. This 3-year-old gelding by Racing Hill, 3 of 12 this year, $34,000 in the bank, 150 and 4 at Scioto Downs. That was just 3 starts back.
Skywalker C, Todd Luther is going to send out Austin Hanners, 3 back, raced in the Sire Stake leg, although out of the board, did have a 5th place check in 150 and 2.
4 horses scratched. The 5, My First Fire, out of the Greg Luther Racing Stable. Ken Holiday, the trainer and the driver. 3-year-old gelding to catch the fire, 1 of 14, does have 3/3. The win was over at the Meadows in 154. That was way back, I believe, in May or early June. My First Fire's last effort got hung a good distance of the mile. Will this be a Rogers Law? Time will tell. My First Fire, 52 and 1, final quarter 29 and 1, but finished 7th, hung every step of the mile.
Dylan Fagan is going to sit behind the 6, Top Shelf Sherry. Brett Schwartz is going to send this one out. We look way back, end of May at Scioto Downs in a Buckeye. Did have a 3rd place finish in 152 and 1, final quarter 27 and 3.
Jim Beakey, state legislature for what, 24, 25 years?
24.
Right now, though, youth in harness racing and 4-H, that's your principal goal, I think.
It is. As a matter of fact, I'm spending a lot of time. I'm spending a lot of time putting 4-H and FFA in the inner cities, and then we're in the process of revising our Standardbred sulky clubs, and we meaning Tim Harless, Debbie Nysonger, Tom Hope here in Greenville. They were the advisors of the original club that brought Jeff Nysonger in this business.
I had no idea that this is where they grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Before, I think we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
conversation just
This-
a few nights ago. I had no idea.
Well, we're working on that. My 15 years from now, if we had a Standardbred sulky club in every county that has fair racing, that's a way to get younger kids into the business and get younger kids interested in the sport. I mean, we're in a situation where your generation and the generation behind us, we need to be replaced. We're also working with the Ohio Farm Bureau. The Farm Bureau is encouraging their young farm couples, the 22 to 40 age group, to get involved in harness racing. As a matter of fact, there's going to be a pretty good sized group of that age group of farmers in the tent on Jug Day at Delaware.
And you know, even if those 4-H members do not even get involved in the sport of harness racing, they are being introduced to harness racing and may be the fan of the future.
That's it. You hit it right on the head, and maybe another career related. One out of 7 jobs in Ohio, Roger, is related to agriculture. And I mean, here you are sitting in the second biggest ag county in the state. Mercer's the biggest. When I had Mercer, Darke, Auglaize, and Shelby, that district produces 15% of food in Ohio. This is huge. And I had 20 schools in the district. 13 of the 20 are in the top 60 academically of the 607 public schools in Ohio. Goes back to the soil, agriculture.
How does the state legislature accept these things that you're trying to do? You got good connections still in Columbus?
I do. I have very good connections in Columbus that help me with this. Where the failing is, or where the it's an opportunity and no failing. The opportunity is convincing the inner cities that agriculture education is not about cows and plows. It's about values and hands-on learning that leads to productive careers.
Now, this is not something that you're starting this year, because I think we had the same conversation 3 years ago.
Well, I've been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah.
And it's paying off. We have 4 of the 16 high schools in Cincinnati that have FFA, and their graduation rate growth is double that of the schools that don't have FFA.
How amazing is that?
It's unbelievable. Well, as kids see the results of their hands-on learning, and they get excited. And these are children who have no family life. One of our volunteers, my biggest partner in this, is former state representative Dale Mallory, and the Mallory family is very respected in Cincinnati. And one of our volunteers, who is a 4-H club advisor, works with the Cincinnati court system. Her job is to work with 300 children whose parents are both in prison, have zero home life. What has she got those kids doing? They're in 4-H clubs, and she's letting them know, and we're teaching the kids, hey, you can get out of this. It comes back to my favorite 4-letter word, WORK. You work at it, you can do anything you want.
And I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head with, the inner city kids, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just inner city. But if you believe, this younger generation that's even, 10, 15, 20 years younger than I am, they have to have a little bit of hope. Somebody has to believe in them, and that's enough.
Well, here's my vision. This is a marathon. If 15, 20 years from now, we had extension for Ohio State Extension and Central State Extension have 4-H curriculum in elementary schools. Not many schools do it, but the ones that do, if you have terrific results. So 20 years from now, if we had 4-H in elementary we had FFA in the intermediate and high schools in every school in the state, we'd have the best education in the country. There's nothing exotic about it.
And I think that's one thing that's key is just visibility.
Oh, yeah.
With the agriculture industry in general and our sport. We just have to have that visibility, and then once people are introduced to it, you don't lose them, right?
Right.
If you know where your food comes from, and you know you can have a lot of fun at Darke County on this Thursday night, you just keep coming back.
And if you give the youth something to do, they'll stay out of trouble.
And they'll have an opportunity for careers. Roger, it's unbelievable how these kids respond. I bring bus trips from Cincinnati up to Darke and Mercer County, and I let them see what farming is all about, what agriculture is about, and they get excited.
Well, can you stay around a little longer?
Oh yeah, as long as you don't kick me out.
We're getting some pizza, so
I'm driving.
Here's Doug Ballinger.
Starting gate for the first division of the Gene Riegel Memorial. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're up and pacing. That's Woodrow Blue Chip from the inside out for the lead. Alpach comes out in second. Skywalker C will take a seat third into the turn. My First Fire races fourth. The early trader, Top Shelf Sherry. Straight alignment at the opening eighth across the backside. Jason Beatty, Woodrow Blue Chip have the lead. 2-hole trip to Albach, 3 off the lead. Skywalker C third. My First Fire fourth. Top Shelf Sherry trails the field fifth. Gapped out a bit. Opening quarter they go, and into the turn. Woodrow Blue Chip still leads the way. Albach is second. Skywalker C third. Racing fourth, My First Fire. Trailing the field, Top Shelf Sherry. Opening panel, very slow, 30 2/5. Round the turn to the 3/8 they go. Woodrow Blue Chip has the lead. Right there, second is Albach. Skywalker C racing third. My First Fire fourth. Top Shelf Sherry trails the field. Passing the stands first time. Coming to the half. Ronnie Gillespie first to move with Albach on the outside. Albach on the outside to challenger Woodrow Blue Chip. Skywalker C third. Moving to the outside. My First Fire. Top Shelf Sherry trails the field. They're at the half of a minute and 3/5. Woodrow Blue Chip on the inside leads the way. Albach draws it up on side third. Skywalker C will move to the outside. My First Fire will follow Skywalker C, and Top Shelf Sherry trails the field, and the battle's on the front end. They're going at it. They're 3 wide. Skywalker C opens up in the far turn. Woodrow Blue Chip will battle back. Albach is off stride. My First Fire trailing the field. Top Shelf Sherry 128 4. They come to the top of the stretch, and the Gene Riegel, and they're all chasing Skywalker C, but they're coming after that leader. Woodrow Blue Chip closing on the outside. Woodrow Blue Chip, Skywalker C. They hit the line together. Too close to call. Woodrow Blue Chip or Skywalker C in a photo for win.
Guess on
150.
this one. I will not
6 and 3.
What do you say time was?
156 and 3. That was a nice mile.
That was fun to watch. That was
56 and 3.
It was between the 3 and the 1, Skywalker C and Woodrow Blue Chip.
Woody, stabled right here on the grounds at Darke County Fairgrounds in the Ryan Miller barn.
Things just seemingly clicked a little bit better.
Albach's here too.
Oh, is he? Oh, Jody's
here.
Field? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Stakes record was 153 and 1 by Terra Pasta. I think that was
a Luther horse.
Luther
Yep.
stable. So they brought the big guns here. They're not all in the Sire
They're
Stakes.
not all in the Sire
No. The last few years, they've brought between 15 and 20 horses for Regal Night.
They had 17 last year, and I think they won 7 or 8 races.
right.
This year they only brought 12 because there's a big stakes program
Yeah, I know.
Saturday night at Scioto Downs.
We have the 1 coming back.
The one?
The
Ronnie
one in a
Gillespie's
picture.
here, too.
Blue Chip.
Oh, yeah, I know him and Dalton pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ryan, they're all good people.
Oh, yeah. Brian, yeah. Ryan ought to be a candidate to buy the Regal farm over
That
there.
would be nice. I hope somebody that understands history gets it.
I do too.
Now, does that include the house and
The
everything?
house, the barns, everything.
Everything. Allen's house as well?
Yep.
Really?
By
the way, the auction, it's a public auction.
It's a
October
public
the 15th.
Yeah. Allen's health is deteriorating.
Yeah.
I mean, physically, he's had problems.
Yeah. And but the barn on the backside, Allen's house, and Gene and Martha's former home.
Not the house they built across the road.
Oh, not that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's included.
Oh, okay. Man.
Just the original farm.
Ryan, he must have brought all his relatives for this race.
He's got his boys out there with him this
We are
time.
going to test Brad Conrad's photography skills, getting everybody in this photo.
Chris works for Ryan. Yeah, look at that crowd.
First division of the Gene Regal, the Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Futurity. Number 1, Woodrow Blue Chip. The 3-year-old Pay-Go son of Lather Up gets his 4th win of the season. Alma Miller Racing Stable, Red Racer, Roger Miller, Jeff Banky, W. Riffenbuck, Olive, Ohio, Ryan Miller trains, Jason Beatty in the sulky, the mile 156, 3/5. The final half in 56 seconds. This race sponsored by Dr. Chris Gilbert.
Chris Regal in the winner's circle with the presentation to trainer Ryan Miller.
Along with Secretary Treasurer Lisa Swartz. All with the winner, Woodrow Blue Chip, as they take the first division of the Gene Regal Memorial in 156-3. Let's give him a big hand. Trifecta, $40.40. Superfecta, $176.70 for the 1-3-5-6 combination. Here's the way they finished. Number 1, Woodrow Blue Chip, the winner. Number 2, Albach, 5. 3, Skywalker C2. 4 was scratched to 5. My First Fire, 3. Number 6, Tom Shelf Sherry, 4. Rechecking 152. Scratch 3, 4 on the bottom. The quarter was paced in 30 2/5. The half 1 minute 3/5. 3/4 128-4. The mile 156-3. On to the 11th. The second division of the Gene Regal. Number 1, Go Accordingly, will be driven by Alex Hawk. Alex Hawk will drive number 1, Go Accordingly. Number 4, Southern Rockfest, will be driven by Dylan Fagan. Dylan Fagan, the 4, Southern Rockfest. Windows are open.
So the 11th race comes up. It's the second division of the Gene Regal Memorial, field of 6. Going to the post at the Darke County Fair in Greenville, Ohio. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett in exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Back here in Greenville with Jim Beakey. And Jim, how in the world did you get introduced to harness racing?
Well, my grandfather was a big fan of the sport, and I was a teenager when I turned 15th year. That Christmas, Grandpa bought me a subscription to the Horsemen and Fair World, which was the weekly publication listing race results around the country. He didn't say anything; he just gave it to me. Well, the following my birthday's in September, and about the 1st of September, he said, "Hey Jim," he said, "that magazine I gave you for Christmas, have you been reading it?" And I said, "Boy, have I! I really like that." He said, "Good." He said, "When you get your driver's license?" And of course, back then, you have your birthday, and a week later you can you go get your permit, and a week later you can get your driver's license. So a week later, I got my driver's license. And I called him and I said, "Hey, Grandpa, I got my driver's license." He said, "Good. Now you're my chauffeur." And he said, "We're going to races." So I started taking him to fairs. We went to Indianapolis every year. He'd always plan it. Of course, we had a meat packing company, as you well know.
Beaky Packing Company.
And that's another story. But he'd always plan a trip to buy a load of cattle down in Richmond, Kentucky. About the time the Red Mile was going. So we started to go, and then I was going to all the races. And about that time is when Gene Regal really hit. The first really top horse he had that I remember was a horse named Red Sails. Chestnut horse, mean horse. Sometimes they had to chain that horse in the sulky sometime for kicking him out. And owned by a fellow named King over in Lynn, Indiana. But that horse paced, in the 50s, when you paced 58, you were something. And then we had Herman Ross here, and we had Tom Carlock here. And they both raced on the Roaring Grand. They traveled all summer on the Grand Circuit. And they had really good horses. And so that's how I got hooked on the sport. And then one thing led to another. You've called 56 Little Brown Jugs. Since 1958, I've only missed 4 jugs, and that was the 4 years I lived in California.
I haven't missed a jug since 58.
Yeah.
Even as a fan, I can remember the first year I went to the jug, I met a farmer in Bowersville, Ohio, and we left for Delaware at 5 a.m. in the morning. Got there around 6:30.
Yeah.
Had breakfast in one of the tents. The flaps were still down because it was cold.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started, and I kept going back each and every year.
Yeah.
You remember your first jug?
I don't. I don't know who won it. 58, who won it?
Well, don't ever ask me what year a horse won.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know, but
either.
The ones I remember. I remember when J-Time.
Oh yeah.
He shouldn't have been he was sick, and they went to the first quarter in 27 apiece, and J-Time just slowed down, and
Back
he was
through the field.
Yeah, he was done for the day. But the most memorable one. There's 2 memories I have. When Precious Bunny almost overran the starting gate from the outside, and when Hervé Filion won with Nansemon and came back to the winner's circle riding standing on the sulky.
Okay, well, that's hot hitter.
Yeah, hot hitter.
When you did that. Yeah. But you mentioned Nansemon.
I'm
going to ask you a trivia question because we talked about it at Lima the other night. It was a battle between Nansemon and Albatross.
Yep.
Who was the other horse in the 3-horse field in that final of the Little Brown Jug?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I will never forget it. It was H.T. Luca with Del Insco, the driver. The
Del
guy
Insco.
Always had the toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm up at Lima, and I'm coming after I did the first 5 races. I walked across the track, and a woman met me at the gate. Del Insco's granddaughter, Jackie Insco, who is a veterinarian in Lima, Ohio. And she came back the next night, and we talked both nights. And
isn't that a hoot?
Oh, it just...
Well, it all comes back, actually, to you're 6 people away from knowing everybody in the world.
We're sorry we talked over the post parade,
but
I looked over my shoulder.
Yeah. Well,
didn't see him.
this could go on and on.
It's good conversation.
Let's go through the horses real fast.
Go right ahead.
We can do that. Would you like to introduce the rail horse, Roger?
Go Accordingly. Alex Hawk drives for Mike Polhamus. This is a 3-year-old gelding, but bit of legend in. 2 of 14, 152 and 4 at Scioto Downs. Winner 2 back at Troy in 159 and 1.
Burning Soul will lead from the 2 post with Jeff Nysonger in the bike for Dan O'Mara. This is a Catch the Fire filly. Last time out, did start in the Buckeye Stallion Series, had a 4th place finish in 155 and 4, but I want to look 4 back at Scioto Downs, was 2nd in a non-winners of 1 in 151 and 4. Still looking for the first lifetime win.
The 3 is OOO, I'm on Fire. Todd Luther, Austin Anners, 5 of 13. 3-year-old colt by Catch the Fire, 82,000 this year, 150 and 4/5 at Scioto Downs, was winner 3 back at Scioto in 151 and 3.
Dylan Fagan on the 4. Southern Rock Fest for Brett Schwartz is a pet rock gelding. Actually was scratch injured on August 16th from Scioto in the BSS, but the start before that and an on-winners of 2 at Scioto was 2nd by just a length in 151 and 4. Final quarter 27 and 3. Has hit the board 9 times in 13 starts this season.
The 5 horses Dancing in My Sleep. Jason Beatty drives for Scott Ferguson, 3-year-old filly by Dancing Yankee. 11 starts, 2 wins, and a 2nd, 158 at Greenville here on the 16th. Final quarter, 29 and 3.
Ryan out the field in the 6th hole. Ronnie Gillespie up for Ryan Miller. John, I love that. You talk about a horse with a lot of speed, just seemingly clicks lately. Last time out was 3rd in the Ohio Sire Stakes at Scioto in 150 flat. Start before that at Scioto in the State Fair went in 150 again. Final quarter 26 and 3, and a start before that at Hoosier Park went in 149 and 4. He's at the board 5 times in 9 starts. $167,000 lifetime for John. I love that.
Jim Beakey, you ever go downtown and sit on your bench?
No, I don't. I don't have time. I still have an office in Columbus. I'm over there.
Do?
Oh, yeah, I'm there every week. I work with the Batchelder Company, which is a public policy firm right across from the State House. And my title is senior advisor. Now all that means is I'm the oldest guy in the room. But I've been in Columbus for over 40 years, and I've learned a lot of things. And so they like me around for advice. And
I'm going to ask the question because I know you're not ashamed of it. How old are you?
I'm 80. I'll be 85 next month. Now that's this way. I'm only 15 between the years and never grown up.
85.
Yes. And
so I guess when we met, you were about 21 and I was 19.
Yes. And shortly after that, you were announcing a stagecoach running up and down.
Beaky Packing Company. Do you remember feeding the mice in the infield judges stand? They had a hole in the floor, and if you didn't feed them the peanuts, they'd stick their head up and say,
so you got them. Oh, I love it. Those were the days, Roger.
Oh, he's telling me. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I can remember one night at we used to sponsor this 5/8 replica of the original.
I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
But just know we are going to go to we're moving to the gate. No, you finish your thought, but just know that we're coming.
One night over at Urbana Fair, he got done performing on the track with the ponies, and he turned them around, they took off, and one of them got stuck in the harness, and they drug him.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So here we're going to pass it up to Doug Ballinger, the call of the 11th, the 2nd division of the Gene Regal Memorial for 3-year-old Pacers.
They're roughing, pacing. I'm on fire. Right out for the lead. Go Accordingly on the inside. Comes out in 2nd on the outside. John I Love Dat will land in the 3 hole as they race into the turn. Racing next, Burning Soul, followed by Southern Rock Fest and trailing up field. They race down the backside, Dancing in My Sleep. Front to back, field is 6, separated by 7 to 8 lengths. I'm on fire. Austin Hanners have the lead. 2-hole trip to Alex Hawk and Go Accordingly. Racing third. third. John I Love Dad. Racing fourth into the turn is Burning Soul. Racing fifth. Southern Rock Fest trailing upfield. Dancing in My Sleep. Opening quarter. 29-1. Around the turn, they're at the 3/8. Oh, I'm on fire. Leads the way. Go accordingly right there. Second. Racing third. John I Love Dad. Burning Soul next and fourth. Southern Rock Fest fifth. And Dancing in My Sleep trails the field. Moving on the outside. Here comes John I Love Dad. Running Gillespie from fourth, now third on the outside. Oh, I'm on fire. Locked in. Go accordingly. Off a half and 59-2. Up the inside. Burning Soul to the outside of Burning Soul. Southern Rock Fest trailing upfield. Dancing in My Sleep. Down the backside for the final time with the lead. Oh, I'm on fire. Waiting for the pressure, and it's coming from John I Love Dad. Go accordingly right there, third. The outside, Southern Rock Fest fourth. Burning Soul fifth, trailing the field. Dancing in My Sleep. 3/4, 127-4. Around the far turn. Oh, has got every call. John I Love Dad. They come to the top of the stretch. They're off the turn. They're on their way home in the Gene Regal. Oh, I'm on fire. John I Love Dad on the outside. Coming to the line. Oh, I'm on fire. John I Love Dad second. Go accordingly third. Southern Rock Fest to complete the superfecta. 156-1.
Couple of heavyweights going at it around the last turn there.
To say the least. 156-1. Wow, what a couple of miles that those pacers put up for us in the last two races. So Doug confirming that we unofficially have 3-6-1-4 across the wire. Am I in this?
Yeah.
All
right, we're taking pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah.
6 8x10s, 5 5x7s, fistful of wallets.
Now, you've been in the winner circle for your trots.
Yes.
Will Brad send you any winner pictures? Any win pictures for that?
He probably will.
He probably will.
Because he even took pictures of me at the head of the horse that won the second.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's good.
You got to go.
I got to go.
The restroom? Or
no.
what?
Everybody that's walked past here has wanted to shake your hand. I will say that, Mr. Beakey. You say one person out of 6 removed from knowing everybody in the world. Where I think you're more like 1 in 3, maybe.
Well, Jim Beakey.
Oh, thank
you ever so much.
Thanks for
It
having.
was a pleasure actually getting to talk to you.
Congratulations on your recent marriage.
How do you know everything?
I was telling
Well,
you.
I watch your simulcast as often as I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has done more for the sport than anything in Ohio.
And I want to thank you for 65 years of friendship.
Yeah. Oh, it ain't over.
Been a long ride.
And everything's okay for Delaware.
Memorial.
Beakey is an extraordinary individual. And if you've not met that gentleman, you're lacking. A great friend of harness racing, a great friend. He's he's one of the greatest. No doubt about it.
9-2, 127-4. The winner returns $360, $220, and $280. Quinella $320, Exacta $5.20. 361 try $30.40. 3614 super $35.60.
Good night. 12th race, it's not even.
Don't jinx us, Roger. You're going to bring it up, and we're going to have an inquiry that's 30 minutes long.
We had a rule at Mud Hens Baseball, don't ever talk about extra innings.
Oh, Oh, but what a great time. I've never just been able to talk to Mr. Beakey before.
I mean that when I say it, folks. I've known him for 65 years, and that was even before he became a politician. And I hate to even use that word with Jim Beakey, that he's a politician. He is one of the most decent human beings that I have ever known. And I just love the guy.
That's going to make us official on the 11th race. Up next is going to be the John Robinson Memorial Pace. $15,000 on the line for race 12. A full field of 7. A couple of changes. Actually, just one, I think, that I have so far. On the 5, if you're following along with the program, Carson Conrad now to drive Martin's Millions.
Field of 7. We'll be back in Greenville, Ohio in just a few moments.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Back here at the Darke County Fair in Greenville. John Robinson Memorial coming up. A field of 7 to go postward. Does not list the conditions on this race, at least on my racing program. So I can tell you what it is. It's older horses, I know that. It looks like it's made up of 4 and 5-year-olds. Oh, there is a 7-year-old. Combination of geldings and mares to go poster.
This is the big one, the John Robinson Memorial.
Is that a big? Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of taking place of the Gene Regal, I guess. This is basically the open.
I was wondering because they have nothing on the program. What class of horse?
Yeah, nope.
Let's see. 150,000, 121,000, 184, 80, 258, 212, 123,000. So some big money winners here. I'd say the field of 7 right at $1 million in lifetime earnings. The only change, as Ashley mentioned, was Carson Conrad driving the 5, Martin's Millions for Steve Carter. Total of 15 races on the card tonight here. Of course, we started earlier tonight. It was originally set for 6:30, but because of 15 races, moved the post up to 6 p.m. I don't think we've mentioned it, but you can hear in the background the Greenville Civic Orchestra. They have performed here in Greenville for so many years. I know back in the 60s and the 70s, it was a regular feature of the Darke County Fair. And then there was a number of years that they did not perform, and then I think they brought them back about 5 years ago to once again start performing in the grandstand. Group made up of 20 to 25 musicians, all Greenville residents. This race carries a purse of $15,000. going to the post. We told you the field's a millionaire field. Lifetime marks 50-3, 49-4, 49-4, 48-2, 49-3, 51-1. And at Northfield, mile 153 for Here's Popeye. So this should be a speedy one. Of course, if you are not familiar, track records here at Greenville on the pace. Charlie May, 2023 and 150 with Brett Miller. And that very same night, Yo Mister Brett Miller for Walter Haynes Jr., I do believe, 155. There are not many tracks where the trot and the pace record are set on the same night, but that was the case in 2023.
Are you talking about records right now? Did you hear that Doug just said that we did break the 3-year-old filly track record, trotting record?
I didn't hear it.
In race 9, if I take a look back in my program.
3-year-old filly trotters.
3-year-old filly trotters. Volsterita?
Yes, Volsterita
Was a winner. I went down to the winner's circle, so I didn't even catch the final amount of time. I think it was 58-1.
I'll have to find it in my program. Uh, 58-1.
And that was a new track record for 3-year-old filly trotters. The previous record, as I look through my paperwork yet again, was set, I believe it was 59-1. 3-year-old filly trotters was Crazy But Classy, set in 2023, 159-1. So we broke it by a whole second here this evening.
I'll tell you one thing. I've heard from many trainers when we were doing Freshman Focus, they really love the Volstead fillies. The trainers we talked to, they said they like the fillies better than the colts out of Volstead. And I think it all goes back to Sugar Instead.
I was going to say, and that's probably Sugar Instead, right?
Yeah.
And did Sugar didn't start on this track, though. Was that the year that Ronnie was in Zanesville?
Zanesville. I remember that Freshman Focus. And even before we started the interview or the filming or anything, Ronnie says, I've got a 2-year-old filly, is the best filly trotter I've ever had. And that was in the month of April. I mean, we were 2 months away from even having qualifiers or anything. And he called the shot that day. Sugar Instead, the best 2-year-old filly trotter he had ever trained or broke.
One Dragon Attack, earnings of $150,000. Jason Beatty, the 1, Dragon Attack. The 2, here's Popeye. Career earnings of $121,000. Wyatt Farmer will drive the 2. Here's Popeye. Number 3, Swaggy Cow, with earnings of $184,000. Austin Henner's driving the 3, Swaggy Cow. Number 4 is Bet You Stay. Career earnings $80,000. Odell Cross with a 4, Bet You Stay. Number 5 is Martin's Millions. $258,000. Carson Conrad driving the 5, Martin's Millions. Number 6 is Caption This. Earnings of $212,000. Colton Noble driving number 6, Caption This. And completing the field, number 7, Better Than a Million. $123,180. Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky behind number 7, Better Than a Million. That's the field for the 12th, the $15,000 John Robinson Memorial. They'll go to the gate in about 4 minutes.
I just added it up. This field is worth $1,100,000 plus lifetime earnings, and a speedy field to boot.
That they are. On the rail, we have Dragon Attack, Jason Beatty in the bike for Daniel Brewer. This is a 5-year-old gelding by Beer the Dragon. Although last time out was out of the money at Scioto Downs, still went a mile in 1:51 flat. Final quarter 27-4, has hit the board almost half, I should say, of his 19 seasonal starts, $150,000 in the bank for that 5-year-old.
Yeah, you get a horse going 151 and you finish 8th.
Right.
The 2 horses, here's Popeye, Wyatt Farmer for Jessica McGowan, 4-year-old got him, a bit of a legend in. 7 of 24 this season, has banked $55,000, has a mark 153 at Northfield in the half-mile track. Winner at Northfield in the last effort, 153-3. Final quarter, 28-2.
Austin Hanners up again for Todd Luther, Swaggy Cow. This is a 4-year-old gelding by Rock and Image. Last time out was in the Open 2 at Scioto, was second by a couple of lengths, and 149-1. Final quarter, 26-4. But looking at his lines, that's not even the most impressive. If we go back to June 28th at Scioto, was 3rd, but went a mile in 1:48-4. Final quarter, 26-3. $60,000 already on the year for Swaggy Cow.
The 4 is Bet You Stay. Trent Stoller trains. Odell Cross the driver. 5-year-old gelding to Stay Hungry. 2 of 12 this season. 151-2 at the Meadows on a sloppy track. That occurred on the 9th day of July. The winner by a length. Final quarter, 27-1. Has had trouble of late. Scratch to trainer responsibility. The last time entered at the Meadows. The time before that pulled up and did not finish.
The 5 is Martin's Millions. Carson Conrad in the bike for Steve Carter. 2 back at the Meadows, was a winner in 1:49-4. Final quarter and 27. Hit the board 15 of 28 starts this year.
6 horses capturing this. Susan Miller, the trainer. Colton Noble gets the call. 6 starts with a win. That win is in 150 3/5 last time out.
Better Than a Million. Ronnie G up for Kenneth Hurst, was a winner last time out at Troy and 158-4. Here is Doug Ballinger with the call of the 12th.
They're off and pacing, Dragon Attack, fast out of the gate. Swaggy Cow will tuck to the inside 2nd. Here's Popeye, comes out in 3rd, into the turn 4th. Bet You Stay, racing 5th on the outside. As they race around the turn, now taking a tuck is Martin's Million, racing 6th. Better Than a Million and trailing the field. Caption This down the backside to the opening quarter. Dragon Attack, Jason Beatty lead the way, but 2. Swaggy Cow right there 2nd. Racing 3rd as they race by the opening quarter. Here's Popeye around the turn 4th. That's Bet You Stay, racing 5th. Martin's Millions, racing 6th. Better Than a Million and trailing the field. Caption This opening quarter, 28-4. On to the 3/8 they go and showing away. Dragon Attack, Jason Beatty have the lead. Have it by a length. Swaggy Cow racing 2nd. Up on the outside, now 3rd and moving up with every stride. Here's Popeye and Wyatt Farmer, now 3rd, now 2nd. Buried to the inside. Bet You Stay the outside. Martin's Millions, Caption This and Better Than a Million. Halfway home, 57-2. To the 5/8 they go. Still there. Dragon Attack will guide him to the backside. Swaggy Cow locked in, will need room. First up, here's Popeye is 3rd, racing 4th. Bet You Stay moving on the outside. 3 wide up the inside. Martin's Millions now 5th, now 4th on the outside. Martin's Millions on the outside, getting into it. Caption S locked in. Swaggy Cow, Dragon Attack, 3/4, 126-1. Around the turn, Dragon Attack has the lead as they come to the top of the stretch. On the outside, Martin's Millions and Carson Conrad. They're off the turn. They're on their way home in the John Robinson. Dragon Attack, Martin's Millions, 3 of them across the track. Closing on the grandstand side, Swaggy Cow. Swaggy Cow, Martin's Millions. Swaggy Cow. Austin Hanners to take the John Robinson. 154-3.
Woo! 154-3.
Final half, 57-1. Final quarter, 28-2.
Swaggy Cow gives Austin his 4th driving win of the evening and Todd Luther his 5th training win of the night.
So they're I think they've got at least one more winner on the card.
They brought 12 total. If they can go 500 for the night, I think Todd would be pretty happy.
Yeah.
And Greg both.
Getting past the grandstand here, Matt, you said on the backside that Jason Beatty had a ton of horse still with that dragon attack, but he kind of gave up the ghost, I think, coming out of the top of the stretch there. And I think they came across the wire 3-5-4-6 unofficial.
Correct.
Is that what you put?
Yeah, I'm going to send you to judges.
Seems to be a good night for Austin Hanners.
Do you know him?
Where is he?
He's going
Where is he
to
at?
make his way back into the winner's circle here.
He said to say hi. I had him watching this race because of my horse being in it.
Stable winner's circle. Taking the John Robinson Memorial. Number 3, Swaggy Cow. The 4-year-old Bagel, son of a Rockin' Image, out of the Art Major Mare. Pristine Beauty. 10th career win. Greg Luther Racing, Black Lick, Ohio. Todd Luther trains Austin Henners. Back to the winner's circle again. This one behind Swaggy Cow. 154-3. Fractions of 28-4. 57 3/4. 126-1. Very happy, Greg Luther in the winner's circle.
So for the 5th time, Greg Luther has gone home. After all, this is the Greg Luther Racing winner's circle.
Matt, will you turn this on? He's talking about John.
Fairgrounds. A big thank you on behalf of the Darke County Fair Board, the Harness Racing Department, and all the horsemen here at Greenville for what Greg Luther does for harness racing here at the Darke County Fairgrounds. Thank you so much, Greg Luther.
Well, we missed it. He was talking about John Robinson, who I believe was just a local horseman here. I apologize, I don't have more detail on, why this race is named in his honor, but I think we were given kind of a shout out for Greg too.
Fair. As a 2-year-old, he won the Dr. H.M. Partial Memorial Futurity. As a 3-year-old, he won the Partial Futurity. And now as a 4-year-old, he takes the open pace, the John Robinson Memorial. Swaggy Cow and Austin Hanners return $440, $260, and $280. Quinella $5, Exacta $8.40.
Great years that Swaggy Cow has won.
Likes this track.
$97. 3546 Super, $129.40. Here's why they finished the 12th upon Dragon Attack, 5. Number 2, here's Popeye, 6. 3, Swaggy Cow, the winner. The 4, Bet You Stay, 3. 5, Martin's Millions, 2. Number 6, Caption is 4. 7, Better Than a Million, 7. 1, 54-3. 28-4. 57, 1, 26-1. The 13th race is up next. Upfield of 6. There are no changes.
13 and 14, 15 remain at the great Darke County Fair. Back with more in a moment.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Thanks for joining us all evening long for day 3 of 3, wrapping up the Darke County Fair in Greenville. Here this evening, we have seen some wicked miles put out on this track, and hopefully there's going to be even more impressive starts to come. Yeah, you want to hop on air and talk with us?
We on the air?
Yep, we are on.
Oh,
Yep.
we are?
Yep. We've had all kinds of guests up here tonight, haven't we?
Well, I'm going back many years with this guy because I worked with his dad doing the radio broadcast here in Greenville back in the 60s.
Look at that.
Yeah, Greg Bowman, how you doing? Now, this is your first year as speed superintendent. I don't know if that's second year. Everything going smooth? Yeah. Yeah. You have some nice people to work with you, too. And a real good crowd. These box seats, I noticed tonight, almost every single box seat is filled.
Right. Greenville loves their horse racing.
Yeah.
We just got to continue the quality racing that we did.
And even up the track on the outside fence and stuff, people back their vehicles up there and sit in the back of a pickup truck or put out their lawn chairs. And it's almost like Delaware, Ohio. And even in the first turn, look, you got some tents up and people sitting there. They don't have them down the backside, but
Greenville, like I said, this is part of horse racing.
how many horsemen? How many horses do you use the facility maybe year round?
I would say between 100 and 150 horses at a time.
And that is so important for a racetrack because you're using it year round, and that's one of the reasons this is one of the fastest tracks in the state of Ohio.
Exactly. I mean, we work this track every day. It ain't like it's not going one day, it's not worked.
We'll be back with Greg in a moment, but we got the post parade coming up here for the 13th.
For the 13th race, the second division of the 2-year-old trot, Dr. H.M. Parsham Memorial Field Charity. Total purse $31,700. This division for $15,815. Sponsored by Eikenberry's Yummy Donuts. A field of 6. Number 1 is Hidden Brook Monty, the driver Ronnie Gillespie. Number 2, Jefferson Hanover, driven by Doc Holliday. 3 is Princess Mission, Roy Wilson drives. Number 4, Wave of Perfection, the driver Dylan Fagan. Number 5 is Don't Tell Anyone, Kevin Detwater. And number 6 is Glock, Greg Broombaugh in the sulky.
Let's run through them real quick, and then we can get back to Greg.
So on the rail, we have Hidden Brook Monty. This is a Ronnie Gillespie trained and driven. This is a gelding by Ready for Money for back. Looks to be in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Apucyrus was a wire-to-wire winner in 2:01 and 2. $12,000 on the year for the one horse.
The 2 horses, Jefferson Hanover, Ken Holliday trains and drives, otherwise known as Doc Holliday. 2-year-old gelding, but Ready for Money out of Janderson. 2 starts, a 3rd place finish. That was the initial start at Salina and was timed with a break in 2:09. Made another break in the 2nd start, but trotted in 2:07 and 2. So hoping to keep him flat tonight, Ken Holliday and Jefferson Hanover.
April Roach owns and trains the 3 Princess Mission. Roy Wilson will go behind this one. Last time here at Greenville, did have a 4th place finish, so had a check in 2:07 flat in 5 seasonal starts. He's had 2 second place finishes, 4,700 on the year.
Wave of Perfection, Dylan Fagan for Brett Schwartz. 8 starts, 2 seconds and 3/3. Second, beat a no in the last effort, 2:12 at Rock Springs.
The 5-horse Kevin Detweiler on Don't Tell Anyone, racing quite a bit over in Indiana, owned out of Indiana, I should say. This is a 2-year-old colt by Don't Let 'Em. 11 seasonal starts, 5 wins, 1 second, 1 3rd place finish, $13,000 in the bank.
Number 6 is Glock, Greg Brumball. Trains and drives, 2-year-old gelding by Marseille. 2 starts, 7th and 4th, timed in 2:7 and 1 at Greenville. Greg, you're into horse ownership. You got a pretty decent horse this year.
Yeah, I got tonight. He didn't race very well, but yeah, it's been a good year for us.
Well, you got to have a clunker every once in a while.
I say it comes in waves, right?
You
It's
know
good.
all about that.
Unfortunately.
Have you always owned horses lately?
I have trained them since 91, 92, so I've been in the business for a long time.
Because I don't remember, I don't think your dad was involved in the races.
He had 1 horse and lost money, and he got out. It took him 1 time to get out.
And made money the rest of his life with the Tenderloin.
Exactly.
Listen, we already brought up the Tenderloin.
I know.
He was smart. He got out of it.
I remember one time, and I did not know it, when I went up to get something to eat here at the Darke County Fair, but you were in one of the food vehicles or something. You introduced yourself to me, and that had to be 20 years ago.
Exactly. We started our concession business in 1979. My dad passed away in 2008. And my brother and I had a trailer for 20 years, and we sold it in 18.
Yeah.
So
Has it been that long, 2018, when you sold it?
Yep.
I didn't realize.
Yep. My brother was in bad health, so I gave him a kidney, and we got out of the business. So.
You are remembered fondly around any county
Outside,
fair.
I've already got it planned out for Van Wert.
Yeah, we sold a lot of those Tenderloins. I mean, that's how I think I come to love a horse racing, because we always sitting in the barn area, and all the horsemen come up and talk to us a lot of times, and I think that's where I really got the real love of horse racing.
You know, that is wild about harness racing. You battle out on the racetrack, you want to beat the guy and everything like that, but you're all friends when it all comes down to the bottom line.
Yep. Out here, we're very competitive, but when it becomes needing help, they help us.
Well, Greg, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good Lord willing, Crick don't rise. See you next year.
I'll see you. All right.
They're off and trotting. Don't Tell Anyone is fast out of the gate to the front. Princess Mission comes out in second. Wave of Perfection racing third. Into the turn, Jefferson Hanover jumps it off. Is off stride. Glock on the outside. Up the inside as they head down the backside. Going to the opening quarter, Hidden Brook Monte. Down the backside they go. Trotting on the front end. Don't Tell Anyone. Leads away by 3. Princess Mission right there second. Trotting third. Wave of Perfection on the outside. Hidden Brook Monte is next. Glock racing second to last and trailing the field. As they trot by the opening quarter is Jefferson Hanover. Opening quarter was trotted in 30 and 4/5. Midway round the far turn on top. Don't Tell Anyone has the lead. Princess Mission is second, racing third. Hidden Brook Monte trotting fourth. Wave Perfection fifth is Glock and trailing the field. As he passed the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Jefferson Hanover, they're halfway home and with the lead at the half. Kevin Detweiler and Don't Tell Anyone. 2 off the leader at the half. Princess Mission moving to the outside. Hidden Brook Monte and Ronnie Gillespie off a half and 102. Racing next and fourth is Wave of Perfection. Trotting fifth is Glock. Jefferson Hanover trails the field. Cross the backside for the final time. Guiding him to the 3/4 is Don't Tell Anyone with a 3-length lead. Princess Mission on the outside. Hidden Brook Monty coming after that leader. Now third, now second on the outside. Wave Perfection racing fourth. Glock is fifth. Jefferson Hanover trails the field. 3/4 is trotted in 1:32.2. Midway round the turn. Hidden Brook Monty is coming after that leader with every stride. They come to the top of the stretch. Hidden Brook Monty on the outside. Don't Tell Anyone the inside. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Don't Tell Anyone. Hidden Brook Monty on the outside. Coming to the line. Don't Tell Anyone. Gate to wire. To take the second division of the 2-year-old trot, the Dr. H.M. Parsha Memorial Futurity. The mile 2:02, 1/5.
2:02 and 1/5. That was all. Don't Tell Anyone.
Kevin Detweiler, the driver. Fernando Schwartz, owned by the Black and White stable of Milroy, Indiana. 6th win and 12 starts. This one knows how to go to the winner's circle.
The first division of these 2-year-old trotters went in 2:02 and 2. So we went just a tick faster in our second final division of these guys. I believe unofficial was 5-1-3-4 across the wire.
5-horse at 9-5, but was not the favorite. The favorite finished second, Hidden Brook Monty, at 7-5.
It's so difficult for me, especially these horses that have been racing in Indiana, to say, because I don't know their county fair track codes or anything to have to base off these times. He's been putting up, it looks 4 back was a winner at an Indiana County Fair. Don't know the track code, but went in 2:03 and 2.
They tell me they do the fairs different in Indiana.
Gotcha.
Second division of the 2-year-old trot, the Dr. H.M. Parsha Memorial Futurity for $15,850. Here's the 5. Don't Tell Anyone. The 2-year-old Bay Colt by Don't Let 'Em. Out of the Chapter 7 mare, Amanda Blue Chip. 6th of the season for the winner, Don't Tell Anyone. Home with the Black and White stable, Milroy, Indiana. Anders Schwartz trains. Kevin Detweiler in the sulky, trotting a mile to a lifetime mark, 2:02, 1/5. Final half, 1 minute and 1/5. This race sponsored by Eikenberry's Yummy Donuts. Don't Tell Anyone returns $5.80, $2.10 and $2.40. Trifecta $29.40. Quinella $2.40.
Weiler, 17 years
Zach is
of age.
$7
I was
even.
about to say, I've seen him.
Here's the way they finished. Number 1, Hidden Brook Money, 2. Number 2, Jefferson Hanover, 6. Number 3, Princess Mission, 3. The 4, Wave of Perfection, 4. 5, Don't Tell Anyone, the winner. And number 6, Glock, 5. The time, 2:02, 1/5. 30 and 4/5, 1:02, 1:32. 14th race is coming up in about 12 minutes. Play show.
17 years of age. He has a qualifying and fair license. Now, here's what I'm getting at. That was his 156th drive, and he can only race at the county fairs. So that tells you about the county fairs in Indiana. I mean, they tell me in Indiana, they do not post parade. They bring them out of the barn, go right to the gate.
Do they?
Because a lot of the fairs will have as many as 30 races a day. Woo!
But they don't have near as many as we do, as far as like.
Oh, there's fewer fairs.
Yeah,
yes.
counties that.
But my point is, how does a 17-year-old get 156 drives at the county fairs?
I guess
I don't
he's-
think you can get 156 drives in the state of Ohio. at the county fairs.
Guess he's got a love for it, right?
Race number 14 is up next. A conditioned event for Pacers. Back in a moment.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We're back. They look like they're going to parade this bugle's going, but they are a ways out yet.
Well, Doug's kind of been rushing. We're rolling right along tonight. It's just now 9:30. And yep, he's going for it. Let's go to Doug.
Shippers of $1,000. Sponsored by Family Health. Alex Hawk will drive number 3, Forever Farah. Number 1 is Fire in My Veins, driven by Austin Hanners. Number 2, Miss Park Lane Power, Pat Malloy Jr. drives. Alex Hawk drives the 3, Forever Farah. 4 is Big Greta, Bobby Joe Brewer driving. And 5, Western Ready, Conley Newberry in the sulky.
This is the first time I've seen Bobby Joe Brewer race against the guys.
Oh, good catch, yeah.
Normally drives just against the ladies, but this might be the first time she's raced in a regular event.
So she only has 4 starts this year, so it's very possible.
I know she raced at Xenia. She finished second last night up at Hicksville. Of course, that wouldn't be in her 4 drives, so she's had 5 drives at least.
Well, this is an overnight, so winners of 1,000, but less than 10,000 in 2025. This is the second division, going for an $1,000 purse. On the rail, Fire in My Veins. Todd Luther trains. Austin Hanners in the bike. 2 back at Scioto Downs was in a non-winners of 2. Out of the money, but still went in 154-4. Very lightly started last year as a 2-year-old, only 4 starts shut down. And this year, as a sophomore, currently only has 4 starts. $10,000 made lifetime.
2 horse, Miss Park Lane Power. Pat Malloy Jr. trains and drives. 7-year-old mare by McCardle. 17 starts, a win, 2 seconds. The win was, that was back January or February. Of late, back-to-back second-place finishes at Sydney and Greenville. Time 58-2, last effort, final quarter 28-3.
Alex Hawk on the 3, Forever Farah. Mike Paulhamus trains this 4-year-old black mare by Always a Virgin. 17 starts on the year, still looking for the first seasonal win, racing a lot over at Scioto Downs. really goes consistently as of late around 54, but earlier the end of May, beginning of June was going in 53 and a piece. $48,000 made lifetime for this mare.
The 4-horse Big Beretta, Bobby Joe Brewer is the driver for Daniel Brewer, the trainer. An 8-year-old gelding, but Big Bad John. 14 starts with a win, 2 seconds, 3/3, 156-1 at Wilmington. That was 6 back. Was 3rd last time out down at Lexington at the Red Mile. Timed in 152-3. By far, this field has the fastest of times.
Our 5-horse Western Ready, Conley Newberry for Scott Ferguson. This is a 6-year-old gelding by Western Vintage. Last time out at Greenville, right here in the Signature Series, had a 3rd place finish in 156. Final quarter, 27-3. A handful back, actually way more than a handful back. This only will be his 8th start of the season, but last year, the end of the Dayton meet, did go a mile there in 153-4. $238,000 made lifetime for Western Ready. I do remember him as a 2- and 3-year-old. He was a really nice horse, still owned by the Tube Stable of New Carlisle.
Field of 5 to go postward. Horses have not been called to the starting gate as yet.
Looks like our 2-horse has the fastest lifetime mark. Miss Park Lane Power, set just a couple years ago as a 5-year-old, went in 150 flat at Scioto Downs, and then coming in next is that Western Ready, our 5-horse, a couple years ago as well as a 4-year-old, went in 151 flat at Scioto.
Heavy favorite, though, is the 4 Big Beretta. Bobby Joe Brewer driving at 4-5. Second choice at odds of 7-2. Now even money. Second choice is the 3 Forever Farah at 7-2. Everybody else in the field pretty even between 7-2 and 5-1. But Bobby Joe's out there heavy favorite at even money.
Hopefully that's not the kiss of death for her. We're going to move in behind the Mike Webkenberg starting gate from the rail out. Fire in My Veins, Miss Park Lane Power, Forever Farah, Big Beretta, and Western Ready. The 14th, the penultimate. Here is Doug Ballinger with the call.
Starting gate, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Big Beretta in the middle of the track, protecting that inside position. Miss Park Lane Power, field of pacers into the turn. Forever Farah comes out in 3rd, racing 4th. Fire in My Veins and trailing the field. Western Manny, they're going to set on straight alignment. Down the backside they go for the opening quarter, and on top of the field, Pat Malloy Jr., Miss Park Lane Power have the lead. Breathing down his neck right there, 2nd, Big Beretta. Racing 3rd, Forever Farah racing 4th. Fire in My Veins and trailing the field. Western Ready. Front to back, field of pacers separated by 6 lengths through an opening quarter in 29 seconds. They race around the turn. Miss Park Lane Power shows the way. Right there, 2nd. To pass the stand for the first time and come on over to the halfway point. Jason Beatty right there with Big Beretta passing the stands first time, coming to the halfway point, out and on the move on the outside. Racing next, Big Beretta to the outside. Big Beretta and Bobby Joe Brewer to the front. Miss Park Lane Power 2nd, Forever Farah 3rd. On the outside, Western Ready 4th, trailing the field. That's Fire in My Veins to the 5/8 they go. Off a half and 58-3. Down the backside they go, 3-2, out and up on the outside. Big Beretta and Bobby Joe Brewer. Park Lane Power is 2nd. Moving into the outside. Now 3rd, Western Ready. Racing 4th, Forever Farah. Moving to the outside. 5th as they race into the turn. Fire in My Veins at the 3/4. 3/4 in 127-3. Around the far turn with the lead on the inside. Big Beretta on the outside as they come to the top of the stretch. It is Western Ready, Big Beretta, Western Ready on the outside. Fire in My Veins, Forever Farah. Less than a 16th to come. Closing on the outside. Western Ready coming to the line. Western Ready, but battling back Big Beretta. They hit the line together. 157-2. Photo for win.
157-2.
No question about a photo for win. I don't know if Western Ready got it. He had the lead, and then it looked like as they got closer to the wire, Big Bretta was trying to come back for Bobby Joe. Photo between 4 and 5 or 5-4. Who knows? We had a dead heat last night up at Hicksville.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Bobby Joe, what did you catch? Doug call her Jason
Beatty. The colors are so similar.
Oh yes. But she pretty much. She sat in the pocket, but was able to overtake Miss Park Lane Power.
I had to look at my
Pretty
program. Had to look at my program to see if Jason Beatty was even in the race.
Looks like the 5.
Is it the 5?
The 5 over the 4, unofficial. 5-4-3, unofficial.
And that is the initial win this season for Conley Newberry. Now 1 of 16. Now wasn't Conley didn't he get an award at the banquet last year or the year before?
Last year, it wasn't last year, wouldn't have been this year. He might have a handful of years ago.
Yeah.
He's just 23 years old,
Yeah.
does have his P license. Western Ready originally, now a handful of years ago, but was purchased out of the Blooded Horse sale for just $3,700.
The condition base number 5, Western Ready. With Duke Stable, Duke Carlisle, Ohio, Scott Ferguson trains Conley Newberry in the sulky. The mile 157-2. This race sponsored by Family Health. 6-year-old pig go to the son of Western Vintage out of the $1 million Cam mare. My, Marie. First of the season, 19th career for Western Ready. Western Ready, 1340. 360 and 340. Exacta Consolation 5 and all, 1080. Exacta all in 4, 320. So where they finished. Fireman Baines 4, Miss Park Lane Power 5. 3 Forever Farrah 3, the 4 Big Beretta 2 of Western Ready. The winner 157-2. 29 seconds for the quarter, the half 58 and 3, 3/4 127-3. 4-5-3-2, 1 on the bottom. 15th is up next. A field of 5 will close things out for the 2025 harness racing season here at the Darke County Fair.
And the getaway feature is a Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association 2nd Division field of 5 in the 15th and final from the Great Darke County Fair.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
Welcome back. The 15th and final of the Darke County Fair here in Greenville. Day 3 of 3. This is going to wrap us up, and what a meet it has been this year for us.
Field of 5 in this amateur trot. Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association. I don't know whether you notice, but I've been coming to Greenville so often. The Greenville Civic Band always opens with the same song that they close with.
Oh, do they?
Isn't that the Colonel Bogey March?
You're going to say that to me, Roger, and I have no idea. It sounds very familiar, but I have no idea what the name of it is.
There is nothing like a band playing that song and see a high-stepping trotter come down the track. And sometimes they get in perfect sync with the music. I remember that from my early days when high school bands would play on the stage in front of the grandstand during the harness racing program.
Looks
of course,
like,
speaking of Urbana, they had the greatest band in the state of Ohio as far as I'm concerned back in the 60s and the 70s. High school band played in the back of the grandstand, upstairs, up in the highest seats in the stands, and man, they were good.
You know who they were? Was it Urbana?
Urbana High
It was
School.
Urbana.
Oh, yeah, Urbana High School. And for years, I wish I could come up with Richard Martin. I think it was Richard Martin was the band director at that time. I'd almost bet on it, but I could be wrong. But Dick Martin sounds so familiar to me.
Looks like we have 3 of our 5 on the track. Still waiting for a couple to make their way. Man, they were ready to go for the 14th. Doug went right to a post parade. This one's taking a little extra time, but I think I see the 5th horse now making his way, so everybody should be on for this second division of the Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association race. $1,900 these 5 are going to go for. Roger, did you play any?
No.
No? You just like to listen?
I just love the music. You see a trotter coming down the track.
Maybe we'll get lucky, but I think they're going to be over by the time that we get everybody rounded up here.
I'll guarantee you this is the last song they're playing.
Oh, they've stuck it out with us all night.
Thank you so much. And the horses are on the track for the 15th final 25 harness racing season at the Darke County Fair. Field of 5, Great Lakes Amateur Driving Association, second division. Number 1, Twinkies BB, the driver Leslie Joyce. Number 2 is Macca Doodle Doo, driven by Greg Luther. Number 3, Vinny Jace, the driver Conley Newberry. Number 4, Sheer Speedy Shark, driven by Chris Hope. And number 5, Ollie's Rockin', Kenneth Hurst in the sulky. Field of 5, we'll take one score, go to the...
Is Leslie Joyce wearing Tyler Smith's colors?
Yep, she has, yes.
I just now noticed the S on her sleeve.
Yep.
She raced last night at Hicksville.
I think she did. I mean, last year she wore Tyler's as well.
Oh, really?
I think she's had them for a minute.
Huh. I thought those colors looked familiar.
Well, because they do. We can go ahead and take a look at the field. On the rail, Twinkies BB, Leslie Joyce, trains and drives this 3-year-old filly. Also owns this filly. 14 seasonal starts with 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1 third-place finish. 2 back at Scioto, and the Fillies and Mares non-awards of 2 with a claiming tag was a winner and won 54-3. Final quarter 29-1. $21,000 made already for this 3-year-old.
Mackle-doodle-doo, the favorite. Greg Luther, the driver, looking for his second win of the night. Todd Luther trains. 10-year-old gelding, Some Beach Somewhere, 2 of 20. A second and a third, 152-3 at Scioto Downs. That was 6 back. Second last time out, Cam McGowan driving at Scioto, timed in 51-4. Greg Luther looking for 2 in a row in Ohio.
Mike Paul Hamas trains the 3 vintage ace, Conley Newberry, up to drive. Just stepping back onto the scene. Last year had a pretty decent year. Now just 2 seasonal starts in 2025. Now 2 back at Troy. I did have a second place finish in 157-2. Lifetime for this 4-year-old gelding has made $35,000.
The 4 is Sheriff Speedy Shark. Christopher Hope for Steve Livingston. 9-year-old gelding by Shady Shark Hanover. 3 starts, a win. The win 58-2. Here at Greenville last weekend in the Invitational. Last quarter, 28-2. Jeff Nysonger drove last week. Tonight, Chris Hope at odds of 9-5. Second choice, shares Speedy Shark.
Next to that is our longest shot on the board, 11-1. Ollie's Rockin'. Kenny Hurst trains, drives, and owns a 7-year-old gelding by Rockin' Image. If we go 5 back, was a winner in the Signature Series at Wilmington and 156 flat. Final quarter 29-1. $7,300 made this year in 19 tries. Lifetime for the 7-year-old. He's got over $108,000 in his bank.
Field of 5. In behind the Mike Wolkenberg starting gate for the final event of the 2025 Darke County Fair.
We're all in behind the Mike Wepkenberg starting gate. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Mack-a-doodle-doo goes right to the front. Racing second is Twinkies BP moving into the turn. Racing third. They race into the turn. Vinny Chase. Racing next at 4. Share Speedy Shark and Ollie's Rockin', the early trader. The opening 8th and down the backside they go. Mack-a-doodle-doo. Greg Luther have the lead. Twinkies BB right there second. Vinny Chase third. Shark Speedy Shark fourth. Trailing the field. Ollie's Rockin'. Straight alignment by the opening quarter. Mack-a-doodle-doo and Greg Luther have the field of pacers by the quarter. 30 1/5. Right there second, Twinkies BB. Vinny Chase third. Share Speedy Shark fourth. Ollie's Rockin' trails the field. Front to back. Field covered by 8 to 9 lengths. Straight alignment as they pass the stand for the first time. Mack-a-doodle-doo on the front end. Twinkies BB second. Vinny Chase third. Share Speedy Shark fourth. Ollie's Rockin' trails the field. First to move at the half, Vinny Chase. Mack-a-doodle-doo. Vinny Chase up to the outside. Twinkies BB. Into the turn, off a half a minute and 4/5. Mack-a-doodle-doo the leader. Vinny Chase is second. Up the inside, Twinkies BB. Share Speedy Shark on the outside. Ollie's Rockin' still trails the field. Down the backside of the 3/4. Mack-a-doodle-doo with the lead. The inside second, Vinny Chase. Share Speedy Shark on the outside third. Twinkies BB trailing the field. Ollie's Rockin'. 3/4 in 1:30. Around the far turn, Mack-a-doodle-doo is second. With the lead, Mack-a-doodle-doo. The inside second is Vinny Chase. Twinkies BB. They come to the top of the stretch. Mack-a-doodle-doo. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Mack-a-doodle-doo. Vinny Chase on the outside. Coming to the line. Mack-a-doodle-doo. $158-4.
A little whip tuck there out of Greg Luther.
Saw that.
Stopped styling.
If you hadn't have mentioned that, I was going to mention it.
Not a bad mile put up, 1:58.4, but that was all Macadoodle-Doo. That's what, 2 on the night for Greg Luther, and I think, 6 on the night for Todd? Yes.
I believe.
Not a bad way to spend this final evening here at Greenville.
Greg had great confidence because he told me he thought he could win both divisions tonight. I said, can you stay awake till the 15th race? I'm sure. Look at that, 5 minutes of 10.
I know, look at us go.
I was not
Under
expecting
4
that.
hours.
Yeah.
15 races.
Which, if you think about it, we should run for an hour, but it really doesn't happen like that often.
You know, the second hour is hard to get what you get in the first hour.
Is it?
Because the first hour, you start with the post parade 5 minutes before the hour.
Okay.
You don't have that advantage the rest of the night. So usually you would go 4, 3, 4, 4 and add them up.
Yeah.
15.
Right.
Driving Association, 2nd Division. Number 2, Macadoodle-Doo. Greg Luther Racing, Blacklick, Ohio. Todd Luther trains. 37th career win for Macadoodle-Doo. Pacing a mile, 1:58.4. It's race sponsored by the Darke County Fair. 10-year-old may go to some beach somewhere. Take the 2nd Division, the final race of the 2025 Darke County Fair. Results are official. Twickies BB5, Macadoodle-Doo the winner. Vinny Chase 2, Sears Speedy Shark 3, Ollie's Rockin' 4, 1:58.4, 30 seconds, 1 minute and 4 fifths, 1:30. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. 460 for the winner, 210 and 210. Trifecta 29.20. Once again, we'd like to thank Jim Beakey for the starting gate. Greg Luther Racing for the winner's circle. Dirk Sixton Stable, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, Darke County Harness Horsemen's Association. Jaffe Decorating, Greg Luther Racing, Sugar Valley Farm, Hartselle Veterinary Clinic, Mark Hurtley, Darke County Veterinary Service, Conrad Photography, Winterwood Farm, Kentuckiana Farms, VFW, Park National Bank, Austin Hanners Racing, Dave Knapp Ford.
That will do us. We have wrapped up the 2025 meet of the Great Darke County Fair. What a great night, Roger.
Yeah, it sure was. So many really tight finishes tonight. 3 or 4 photos that needed to determine the winners. Fast miles and such. And it just each and every year, that's why they call it the Great Darke County Fair.
Hang it in there.
Say from all of us at OHHA, I'm Ashley Daly. We hope to see you at a racetrack real soon.
And if there is races near you, be there.